That was weird. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Collector's Table Live. How's everybody doing today? What's going on, Kev and Shane?
I guess
We're
you were wrong.
right at it.
I guess you're.
Yeah. I was just saying before the show, I was like, hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties because we've been switching up some stuff. K-Fed's been having some technical difficulties recently, which we never do. And then I do the intro and it doesn't work. So it's all good. We're just going to jump straight into the show. But what's going on, guys? K-Fed, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. I know we're going to talk about it a little bit, but I had to watch the poor UPS guy try to lift my XM Starscream box up a few steps to my house. So I felt bad for the guy. I feel like I got to tip him like around Christmas time or something for all these statues he keeps bringing.
Oh, I do tip the guys. Like if I see them like struggling and I'm like having a glass of milk on my porch, I'm watching them bring it up. I'll be like, here, bro, here's $10, $20. So I try to ship.
Curious if does anyone else in the chat, do they tip their UPS guys at like the end of the holidays or something like that? I mean, it's a service. These guys, especially if you have the same guy who shows up every month bringing your boxes.
Those guys are humping too, man. They are humping everywhere, like just taking shit everywhere. The heaviest boxes. When I was like 18, I worked for UPS temporarily while I was in school and stuff like that. And they start you off as like a loader. So you're in this dark trailer with like a little spotlight and you just got a conveyor belt of boxes just coming and coming and coming. And you got to like puzzle it into this trailer. It sucked pretty bad. It sucked pretty bad. What's up, Crip? How you doing, man?
I did not think you would be awake this early. Probably hasn't gone to bed yet.
Shane, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Good. Feel a little tired this morning. Had a long day yesterday, so yeah, looking forward to the show and just relaxing for the day. Little sluggish right now.
It's all good. I think we all are. I got my coffee over here. I'm going to start drinking here in a second to wake up. Let's put on a little bit of music and say what's up to. Let's see who's in the chat. Say what's up. What kind of music we want today? Let's see. What's this? Nah. Let's do this. Let's do that one. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let's see who's up in the chat. Alan Kiefer, what's going on? Nice to always see you, my man. Anthony Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy. Always a pleasure. Ledge, what's going on, man? Hey, what's happening, guys? Happy Sunday to everyone. Happy Sunday to you, too. Sundays are great. They're like chill days when you can just watch whatever show you want to watch and just chill out and have some snacks, be lazy.
Yeah, Ledge just picked up that Nemesis Prime. I saw that, so congrats, buddy.
Looks nice.
Big piece. Congrats.
Is that a big piece? Is that real big?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
Mitch, what's going on, man? Nice seeing you. Jonas, nice to see you again. What's up, fellas? How's everyone this Sunday? Someone's calling me. Sorry about that. Ribarium Jim, what's going on? Life Size Collector, nice to see you again. Mr. Nice Guy, what's going on? Always nice seeing you. And Facebook user, hey, if you're watching on oh, I thought you were about to say you offer him used milk. No, unless they want some, then I'll give them that. But if you're on the Facebook, you got to allow access so we can see your name, or you could just jump over on YouTube so we can know who you are. But thanks for joining. Crippler, we already said hi to him. What's going on, Crip? That's my boy. Does it count that I carry the boxes from their truck to my own door to help? Yeah, that counts.
Hey, I think that's a plus. And I know they appreciate it.
Yeah, those guys are getting paid probably an hourly rate, I would imagine. So yeah, that would help. Starscream is a big box, has to be close to freight. Really?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there, man. It's one of the bigger ones.
You know what would be cool to see from you, Kev?
Yeah.
If you do like a versus video with both of them.
With the side-by-side comparison. Let's do it.
Paint, all that other shit, and which one
be cool.
like that. Kind of like an Extrumble what Mr. X does.
I love when he does those. Those are cool.
Oh, me too. I love that. George used to do those on his channel too.
Yeah.
When he was the MTV channel. I used to love that.
Everybody's saying what's up. People still trickling in. Tony, stay frosty. What's up? What's going on, man? Good morning.
Nice.
UPS guy finally said some light boxes. PCS blade. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about blade today. We're going to talk about Sideshow. Basically, go through the companies and see what's recent and what came out, and we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then we'll talk about some other stuff too. We already said what's up to Liz. Gotham Cinnabites. Nice to see you, man. Another good guy in the community. Who else we got in here? Did I miss anybody else? I think that's it. All right. So, yeah. So I've been finally, if you guys haven't noticed, finally putting up my statues in the background here. Still trying to figure out how I want to display them. I got the two alien statues together right there. I love how those are paired together, because I was gonna say, man, I was gonna put the Scorpion alien next to Ripley, but Ripley's not here yet, so I was like, I'll just put the alien hive next to this one and see how it looks. I like it.
Looking great, man.
What's that?
First of all, yeah, it looks great, but I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about that Ripley? Do you think she should have been one third, since most of the aliens are 1/3 from Prime 1?
That would have been cool, man. That would have been cool. I mean, I would have took it in 1/3 or one quarter, but yeah, I mean, 1/3 would have been nice. It's just the problem is, like I always say, the alien, a lot of the alien stuff is non-scale, but they say it's non-scale, but like there's certain ones that you could tell what scale it is.
Right.
But I'm okay. I think even though she's a quarter like that, this one behind me, no, that one, that's 1/3, but I think she'll still look good if I put it next to her. And then supposedly this Scorpion alien is supposed to be a quarter. I think that's what somebody said. Somebody also told me this is Prime 1 Studios' first alien statue that they did, but I don't know.
I thought that was a quarter
Maybe it
scale.
is. I don't. This is, yeah, this is a quarter scale, and that's a 1/3. So like,
yeah, but that one alien, Prime 1's a little fucky on their sizes, because that alien is not.
they look like
You're all frozen, by the
same
way.
size.
Adam.
Oh, am I? Great.
Yeah, your internet's getting all choppy.
I was wondering if that was my computer.
So
too,
I
but-
I moved my table because I was taking some suggestions. Am I still frozen?
No, you're good.
You're not frozen, but you're pixelated. You kind of look like Rashid when he has a shitty camera quality going on, the 480p.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's probably the service, because I moved my desk because I was taking some suggestions from the guys in the video from the man cave tour. And they were like, hey man, you should move it to the other side. So I moved it to the other side, but it's probably got worse service. How is it now? Is it okay?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Okay. If it gets too bad, I'll go upstairs and try to mess with the router or whatever. But
It looks better now.
Gotham said that Philly Wi-Fi. Elrina? I never know how to say that name, but hey, what's going on? Nice to always see you. Looking good, Adam. Love the Prime 1 Predator. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so let's in. I wanted to talk
you're
about
breaking up again.
me and Kevin. Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on one second. You guys chat amongst yourselves real quick.
So just so everyone knows, with Adam moving to Philly, this is the production value you could come to expect at Collector's Table. I apologize. We got stuff going on behind the scenes to alleviate this in the future, so just leave it up to Kevin and I. We'll take care of stuff.
You guys,
we'll make
you guys
sure to
talk
cut
about this for a
corners
second. I'll be
everywhere.
right back.
We're planning a coup right now.
Yeah.
Shipping continues to rise. What the fuck doesn't continue to rise? Show me something that's going down in price, or something that's reasonably priced right now in society.
And we're gonna talk about that shipping thing. That really is gonna suck. That's gonna hurt a little bit.
Oh man.
I know.
Well.
So Shane, you've got Grimlock, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, those are massive boxes as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's so. Yeah, my poor UPS guy. Like I said, I saw him. I work from home, but I had to run out, do an errand, and I'm pulling up, and the guy is like, I'm just going to bring this box up because he goes, I didn't know that you were not going to be there and all that. But I saw him struggling to get that thing up. And I go, look, buddy, I appreciate it. But I go, next week, I got 2 of these massive boxes coming. So you might want to just take the week off. Just skip my house.
What do you got coming next week?
I've got the Grimlock. So
it is the Grimlock. Okay.
It is Grimlock coming next week. So I blame Crippler, damn it. I mean, he really got me like locked in, and I've made up for lost time and pretty much got everyone now. I'm pretty much caught up.
That's good. Is there anyone you are missing?
Well, the ones that are still just outstanding that haven't arrived yet is Prime and Megatron. So obviously 2 of the biggest key players in the game.
But you have them bought.
Yes, correct. Well, I'm working with Todd on that Optimus at the moment.
Okay. I thought that was a done deal.
Well, it's still got to get repaired.
Okay.
Let's just go straight into this. We'll go back to that topic here in a second. Hopefully I'm coming in a little better, but if not, I'll go out and then come back in. But we'll keep the show rolling. So I wanted to talk about this a second. So Kevin sent me this, and this I thought was pretty cool. I'm thinking about how to like put all my wires, like organize all my wires and stuff in the new man cave. And I thought this was pretty interesting. It's pretty futuristic looking, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it looks really cool. But when I see that, I'm like, that's a lot of display space that's wasted with the wires. As cool as they look, I could put better stuff in that space and then put all that shit like underneath a cabinet or something.
Yeah. So you would say like to the cool. Well, mine would only be like a PlayStation 5. This guy's got like every system hooked up around his TV. But mine would probably just be a PlayStation 5. Just because I don't have that much stuff to put around the TV like that. He's got like a webcam and everything up there too.
That's pretty set up. I like that. It's got that whole circuit board kind of feel to it. So
it's cool looking.
It does look like a circuit board. Yeah.
Collect art prints or statues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I look at something like this, and again, just like your collection stuff, I love to see how people display. You know, this is obviously a gamer type setup, but it's a cool way to work with that space, man.
Yeah. I like it. I'm thinking about doing something like this because I hate wires all over the place. You know what I mean?
Adam, nice guy says, check out Hide It mounts. They are good for wall mounting.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, that's that site I sent you to. I had the link.
Was that the same? Was that the same website?
I'm right with Nice Guy because I've used it. They have some beautiful, easy to display. Put your consoles on the wall. Real nice way to hide all the wiring and things. It's great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see what else.
That's why I like it. Exactly like a board chip.
Yep.
Love the board.
Next on the docket, so Randy Cooper, if anybody's interested, he's selling his Star Destroyer, I guess his personal one that he finished. I'm selling my 42-inch finished Avenger Star Destroyer. It has lights and a base. It's only $10,000. It's only $10,000.
Yeah.
And does not include crating or shipping.
Shane, you got to steal, buddy. So it's only $10,000. Does not include crating or shipping. So that's fine. We'll just send Shane a correction on the invoice, and Kevin will get that.
Can I ask who this we is, Adam? All the hard work you've done on the Star Destroyer.
I'm facilitating this whole thing.
Now I'm paying you and Kevin.
Yeah, I'm a salesman, man. I'm the middleman. I get a slice.
You allow Kevin to be on the show, so you get a cut.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I mean, this is a great model. I mean, Randy's done a great job with the model, but 10,000, that's so steep.
It looks identical to mine. I mean, it is the exact same model, the exact same lighting system. The only thing different is 2 different people painted it, but it's a fucking Star Destroyer. It's the same color.
Yeah, I just don't know why this is. I don't know why this is that amount of money.
I mean,
crazy.
I've said it before. If I sell my collection one day, let's say I need the money, or I decide, you know what, I'm just done, or I'm going to sell everything and move, I'm keeping the Star Destroyer. That's mine. I'm never going to get rid of that, even if I sell every statue I own.
Yeah, I think it's badass, man.
I'm compliment. Thanks.
Well, I haven't even gotten like my first official ship yet from NYC. I can't wait. But I would imagine this thing is epic. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I love it.
How much time did it take you total, Kevin, to do it?
That thing took me a while because, again, I only have like my weekends to work on stuff like that. So I couldn't even speculate anymore at this point. It took us a while because we were using a lot of our free time to get this done. Now, I was at Celebration a few years ago when it was in Chicago, and EFX actually had a Star Destroyer there too. And on display, I was just kind of asking them roughly what they were going to, charge for it, and they were throwing 8,000 at me at that time. And it's similar. It's obviously it's a different mold and things like that they've went with.
Was it?
It rivaled Randy's. I'm trying to go back and remember the exact dimensions, but it was right up there.
The EFX one, and I could be wrong, I thought it was like 36 or 38 inches, 39 inches. I thought it was a little bit less than Randy's, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it may have been a little bit smaller, but like I said, yeah, when they threw like the $8,000 at me, though, I was just like, "Whoa, okay."
That's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah, well, I was expecting it for EFX.
Yeah, I guess it's a different quality, is what you're saying.
It's a big model. There's a lot that goes into it. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's that. I wonder if he's going to actually sell it. I wonder if you think anybody's going to buy it.
Oh, I'm sure somebody will buy it.
Especially since it's a Randy Cooper owned.
Yeah.
I think you think that's what he's aiming for because he was the one that it was his and he put it together and all that. Maybe that's why he's.
I think that plays a little part of it.
Yeah.
It may be the original one, since that could be. So, yeah. Again, there's some very well off Star Wars fans out there, and this is a hard piece to come by. I'll wait to see if NYC pulls it off next year. They've surprised me so far. Let's see what they pull off. But I definitely would not advise anyone to be dropping 10,000 on this thing. Hang tight. There's something else probably coming.
Yeah,
I'm
good on this. I'm definitely not getting this shit.
Let me say something to the people here that they might not know.
Yeah,
Adam could buy as many Star Destroyers that it would take to fill every statue spot in his collection if he had no statues, and it wouldn't even make a dent.
He's starting early.
Yep.
Wouldn't even make a dent. Kevin, am I wrong?
Oh, no, spot on.
Kevin can't even talk right now. Kevin's got bricks in his driveway, too, so I don't want to hear nothing Kevin's got to say.
I haven't seen the pictures of that.
Anyway.
Another speculation and hearsay.
So this is really cool. Moving on. This is, Kev, tell us about this. This is a project your buddy's working on?
Yeah. So this is one of the shops that we work out of, do a lot of commission work and stuff. And my buddy Eric Pics got commissioned by a gentleman up in Ohio. This is actually Cloud City as a bar top. So it's been built to the specs of the D'Agostini Falcon that actually will fit on the end here that he has. And we're setting it all up. We initially had proposed to do the orange, but if you all remember from the movie, Cloud City is actually white. And the only reason it looks orange is because the sun was setting the time that they landed with the Falcon and all that. So he's going to do the lighting on it and stuff like that to give it more of the orange feel. But yeah, this is going to be the countertop of his bar. And it's going to mount right into the side of the wall and all that.
Amazing, bro. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I was this talented. I have no skill or talents like this. I am not good with my hands when it comes to making shit like this. This is crazy, man.
That thing is awesome.
This is crazy.
This is, again, one of those things where I keep telling the collectors, I mean, once your collection gets to a point where you're like, I've got the pieces I want, I love it. Now it's kind of start thinking, how do you want to display it? And there are so many talented people out there that, whatever your imagination is, you can find someone to help create that environment for you.
If you have the money.
What's he got back here too? Like this kind of stuff. Oh my God. I keep trying to scroll. There we go.
So we got things going on back there. So we've got like life-size Boba Fett, the vintage action figure Boba Fett.
Yeah.
If you remember, so we're doing a life-size one of that. We're doing some vintage R2D2 1-to-1s. So with the real chrome dome and the stuff that you saw in, what was it, 1978, 1979 when it finally came out to the retail. So we're working on all that kind of stuff, and it's covered up right now, but that one table over there that's got all the junk on it, that's usually where I'm painting off of. So
This one?
Yeah, but we primarily build a lot of R2 units and things like that.
Is it possible I might see a little Cobra Commander piece back there somewhere?
If you actually see the blast doors back there, Shane, there's one printer peeking out around the corner behind Cloud City that Cobra Commander is printing out on at the moment.
Oh shit!
So that's one of 4 units back there that are printing it out.
Damn, man, what a setup! That's sweet.
This is like a cool workshop for him to work out of too, I would imagine.
How big is the space is that, Kev?
Oh, it's I think it's about 1,500 square feet because it's 2 stories. It's on the plot of his land. It's not part of his house. It's a separate unit. And
workshop.
Yeah, a lot of times we quote unquote are working on Fridays, and we all come out here. We have some beers, and we just work on props.
Yeah, I love those kind of work days.
Hell yeah! So again, my buddy, his name's Eric Pics. You can find him on Facebook. You can DM me. I'll give you his information. But if you're ever looking for stuff or got an idea or need some help on a commission job, Eric, myself, someone can jump in real quick and help you out.
So,
except if it's a Star Destroyer.
Except if it's a Star Destroyer, I ain't touching
unless you're going to buy it for $10,000.
Come on, man! If somebody offered you $10,000 to do one, you're telling me you wouldn't do one?
Oh, I would do one in a heartbeat for $10,000. Hell yeah!
Anyway, this is cool, man. I like this whole like setup, and I think having the whole shop and everything is crazy. So
it's fantastic.
Hopefully, it functions as well as a bar, like a normal bar. You know what I mean? It can.
Oh, this thing's solid. So you can put all your drinks and stuff like that. We've got it stained. It's going to be all protected and everything. You could spill on it. No worries whatsoever. And it's all built out of like MDF board, so it's solid wood.
Okay. That thing is sick, man.
Very nice.
Well, Kevin, what are the dimensions? How long is that?
That thing is, I want to say it's somewhere about 8, almost 9 feet long. 8? So it's long.
What, about 3.5, 4 feet high?
Yeah, you're getting closer to the 4 feet. So you should
be
able to
height, right?
Up to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's sick.
So what we'll do is we're supposed to get this installed before Thanksgiving. U.S. is Thanksgiving here, so once it gets installed and we get it uplit, I'll take some photos and we'll show it off to the group here.
Yeah, sure.
Very nice. All right, this was a pickup, Kevin. You got your Starscream in?
Yeah, sure did. So closing ranks here, as I was just telling Adam, it's pretty much Prime and Megatron that I'm just kind of working through at the moment.
Yeah.
And building my own display for it. So as I mentioned, I'm trying to do this whole Cybertron type feel for it. So we'll show you once everything's displayed and it's all set up with the base. But still probably at least I don't expect the whole setup to be in a good spot till the end of January.
Speaking of the Transformers, so Ant messaged me 2 days ago and showed me a colored render of Devastator. Holy fuck, does that look good?
How big is that thing going to be?
So he wants the base to match the base of his Optimus, so it'll be 3 inches high for the base. And then him and I were talking, and he asked my opinion. And Devastator is going to be the total piece will be a total of maximum 42 inches tall. So Devastator is going to be in between 36 and 39 inches tall himself, plus the 3-inch base.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds massive.
I will 100% be buying that.
I think a lot of us will be on board with that. That's awesome. So I don't know where Crip's going to put it in his space right now, but I'm sure he'll find room.
Crippler's not a Transformer fan. Don't worry about it.
Damn.
Not a real Transformers fan.
He likes the Transformers
fan. All right, guys. So we're circling back around to this. So I wanted to read this to you. And this has to go.
Casual.
What's up, Casual? How you doing, man? This has to go with our topic, which is not a topic that we're not surprised by, but it's stuff that we still got to talk about because this is still going on in the statue community. But let me read this to you guys real quick. So 2024 rates and services. This is coming directly from UPS if you use UPS.
You're still on the bar photo, by the way, Adam. If you want everyone else to look at it.
Am I? You know what? Let me log out and I'll come back in, guys.
All right.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather look at this bar than fucking UPS's stupid paragraph anyway. But,
yeah, it's kind of acting. Let me come back in. Give me a second, guys.
like I said, guys, we're working on fixing this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Adam spent $12,500 on a keyboard or on a laptop, and this is what we get.
Low production, low value. Welcome to Collector's Table. That's what we shoot for.
On behalf of everyone at Collector's Table, I apologize for Adam.
Feel like we do that a lot, Shane.
I mean, his blatant disrespect for the viewers and for the show, lack of professionalism.
It's hard. I mean, Shane and I have talked about it every weekend. By the time we get to Monday, our shoulders are killing us, man, because how much we have to carry this guy.
I mean, I have to carry other people on other shows. Do you know what it's like doing a show with Rashid?
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah.
It hurts. I got to get a massage after every show.
God, yeah. One of those deep tissue ones too. I bet it's so much work.
Very deep.
Yeah, I think Ledge is spot on right here. I mean, it's just completely disrespectful.
Yeah.
And despicable. So yeah, screw this. You guys got better things to do.
Oh, what's up, Rashid?
Oh, now it gets awkward.
Oh, I meant the other guy. Don't worry about it. You're not the only Rashid. I didn't say Darth Rashid. You're a little paranoid. When everyone has a seat. Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh yeah, flankster. Yeah. Wow.
It's
I mean, he moved over to an Apple. I mean, he's probably got to expect this.
Oh, Adam's back.
He's trying to get back in. Let's just boot him.
I don't know what's all right. Hopefully that worked. I moved my computer a little bit to try to get better Wi-Fi. Still figuring out a lot of kinks, guys. Sorry.
Look at what we have some of our most loyal viewers saying.
Yeah, they're jumping ship on you, Adam.
That's cool, man. All right, so where were we? So we were talking about the prices going up with. Can you guys see this? Okay.
We can.
Okay. Oh my God. So we were talking about the rates going up with UPS. So this summer, UPS and the U.S. Teamsters reached a new 5-year labor agreement that rewards our hardworking people and sets us up to better serve you. So I guess they're basically talking about the strike, right? The strike that they've had.
Correct.
Yeah.
So at UPS, we're committed to investing in the best team and industry, innovative technology, and the unmatched global network. So long story short, if you look down here, it says effective December 3rd, 2023, all UPS air freight rates within and between the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico will increase an average net of 6.3%. That's a lot. Is that a lot to you? I mean, that's a lot to me.
A lot.
So, and then effective December 26, 2023, the rates for UPS, ground, UPS, air, and international will increase 5.9%. So the reason why I bring this up, right? Obviously we care because, we keep saying that shipping is going up. Every time we turn around, it's going up. But is this going to change you guys, your habits of collecting? Are you going to go to a different scale? You think a lot of people are going to go to a different scale now? I know we were talking about this before, but does this really change it?
No, I don't think so because, yeah, it's going to go up a few bucks, but I don't see people who have been collecting a certain scale for so long, like me. I'm 85, 90% done my collection. I'm not changing scales because I'm going to pay an extra 10 to 15 bucks when I get a, $300 shipping cost. Like if that's what people are going to, like if you're going to change your collection so fundamentally to save 10 bucks on shipping, then you probably either one, don't collect to begin with, or you don't collect big pieces to begin with, if you're worried about that kind of money. But it's still a bitch that it's going up like everything else.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, and that's not a small percentage in my eyes. That's a pretty nice jump. But then we keep having these jumps. You know what I mean? And this is just UPS. I don't know what FedEx is doing. And
so actually, I don't want UPS to get off the hook here because, of course,
yeah, go ahead.
The labor unions and stuff like that, they're going to increase it for that. But in all fairness, FedEx just raised their rates to the exact same right before UPS. UPS did this move to mirror what FedEx did. So it's a little bit of dirty business. FedEx didn't announce it as much as UPS did, but same thing. You're going to see the exact same rate increase with FedEx. And here's the eye opener, though, is if you go through the United States Postal Service, you're still paying more than either FedEx or UPS. So, pick your poison. They're all really expensive. But, yeah, FedEx is definitely not off the hook. And they were one of the reasons UPS did jump up their prices.
I was telling Kev just the other day, like, even though a lot of us could still buy 1/3 or half scales or whatever, doesn't mean that we want to spend that additional money in just shipping, and that big ass alien statue that I got, that's a really big alien statue, that red rogue statue, that was $750. That was $750 just to ship that bitch here. That's a lot of money. That's probably a bad comparison though, because that's a huge statue, but like it's going up and it's getting kind of scary. It's getting to the point where I was telling Kev the other day, and I think Shane, I was like, man, I might just stick with quarter. I might just go all the way back to quarter and just stay with quarter because it's just a little bit more affordable. And then, Prime One is still making quarter scale pieces too. So, you could still get a lot of really nice quarter scale. There's plenty of quarter scale statues that I would buy, but this kind of stuff makes me feel like, man, I just want to get out of, maybe I'll just take a break from 1/3 for right now. But stuff is still selling out. The really big stuff is still selling out. PCS just did that half scale Michael Myers. That sold out. Half scale, So I don't know.
I think what Patrick says, right here, I think this is a smart move too, is we've seen it. We've seen the pieces that are, they go on sale, they waive the shipping or they lower the shipping and stuff like that. You just might have to become a little bit more of a bargain buyer. For more of the veteran collectors who their collections are pretty built out like Shane, where he's 80, 90% there. This probably won't impact you. It's probably the newer people getting into the hobby. It's hard. It's tough. Again, when I got hooked on the whole Transformers thing, I took it on the chin to get those pieces. Those prices jumped up and the shipping on those things jumped. So it's tough. So for the new collectors, they're going to have to make that decision, Adam. They're going to have to probably go, do I stick with like a 1/4 to keep maybe the shipping down a little bit more? Or am I all in on the 1/3 to, full scale?
What was your most expensive one in shipping out of those your recent Transformer pieces?
I want to say, I think Grimlock's definitely going to come in the most expensive. So I think he's somewhere around about $500.
Okay. What's Alan Kiefer saying? Alan was saying, Adam, where are you going to display that huge Prime One Rogue Alien? I don't know. I was thinking about doing it down here. Let me show you. I was thinking about putting it down there. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, I love it.
I don't know. Is it a piece that would look good on the bottom? Some pieces
I don't know. That's
fine on the bottom, and some do not.
It's just like it seems like it needs to be higher.
How are they looking? How are they facing, Adam? Is he facing straight out, downwards, upwards?
He's facing kind of like
Like your
average height, and then he's kind of looking to the right. He's not looking down or up. He's just
okay. That's not bad because your hive alien there that's behind you, it's looking down. I wouldn't put that on the bottom shelf.
Yeah, no, I would never put that one on the bottom shelf. And I'm probably going to move that hive alien when Ripley comes because I want to put Ripley right next to that one, next to that Scorpion. So anyway, I got to figure out where I'm going to put that. He was asking me where I was going to put that Prime 1 alien, the Rogue. I don't know. I'm thinking about down there. Still figuring it out. I still got a couple more statues to unbox. So we'll figure that out. But I'm open to suggestions. Like I said, I moved my desk over here. Now I don't know if I'm going to keep my desk over here in this corner because I don't get the best reception. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, anything else on the shipping, Kev?
I think, again, Slifer said here, a lot of people are reiterating it, though. There's people talking about the economy and stuff like that. And I think you do. As a buyer, you should become a lot more selective. And I can speak personally, but as a collector, there is this level of FOMO. When a piece comes out, you're like, oh, I don't want to miss out on it. I want to get it. But my biggest advice is, especially with how things are right now, just hit pause for a second, guys, because there's going to be another piece that's going to come down the way. Same statue, better design in a year or two when maybe things are in a better spot. So don't feel like you're really going to miss out. I mean, especially if it's a poison ivy, I guarantee you in another week you're going to get another one. So you're good. Just pause and you're set. But I think as collectors, we just got to kind of rise above the FOMO and be a little bit more conscious of our money and just know there'll be other pieces that'll come.
Like Mr. X says, he doesn't practice, but he says #restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like I've been collecting like many years, and there's lots of times and I'm pretty disciplined, but there's pieces I see and I really consider getting it, even though it wouldn't really fit in my collection, but the piece is, I love it. It looks beautiful. Like it's just a work of art. And I'm like, fuck man, I guess I would kind of fit. And I try to convince myself it'll fit. At the end of the day, I don't do that. I used to do that many, many, many years ago, but I still get tempted every now and then. I see a piece that Nightmare Poison Ivy green variant. I think it's beautiful from Sideshow, and the new Red Sonja. I love them. Yeah. But they just won't. It's not that they won't go in my collection. I don't love the characters enough to fit them in the last few
to take up space.
In my collection.
Yeah, to take up space.
Statues I love. The characters I like. So I want a higher balance.
I think sometimes we think sometimes, like I do sometimes, and then I catch myself. It's like a bigger piece is not necessarily the better piece either. Like there's plenty of really nice, detailed, really well-made quarter scale pieces, or even 6 scale pieces, 10 scale pieces. 10 scale, it's harder to get the detail in those smaller statues, but like 6 scale and up, you can find some really, really nice, affordable statues that you're not going to be spending a ton of money on. So,
even though I got some spots left, not counting everything I have on pre-order, I already know what characters I want, and for the most part, I even know what statue of that character I want, or maybe the statue I like hasn't been made yet, but I already have those slots spoken for. I'm just waiting for a good price on that statue or for a better statue of that character to be made before I buy it.
Yeah, Crippler makes a good point. Yeah, Shane, shipping is killing impulse purchases. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because let me tell you, every now and then I could be an impulse buyer. I'm like, yeah, I like that shit. I want to buy it. I want it.
Yep.
But man, that shit will sneak up and bite you in the ass sometimes. When you're like, man, my line is getting away from where I want it to be, and then now I got to go sell it. Now you lose your pants on that too when you go to sell it. So, yeah, it's safe to say, and we've been saying this. It's no surprise. It's really going to take some really hard commitment and focus into where your collection is going and how do you want to not only you still got to have money if you want to display it right. You still got to have money for displays and different lights and all these other things, right? We're not even talking about that. So like shipping is just an added cost to, if you care about how your stuff is displayed, Because I always say, if you just throw it in a dark corner and you got this nice ass, beautiful piece, it just looks like trash, in my opinion. It just looks terrible. You got to have a really nice display to you, not to everybody else, to you. What makes you feel good when you look at it? So
John Connor says, I like the uniformity and sticking to one scale. So do I. Like I said, for my pedestal pieces that are a little bit bigger, I'm 1/4 scale. I like the way they look together. I know a lot of people mix like maybe a bust and a statue or smaller pieces, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want to mix that up and have every scale all over, whatever you like, right? It's your collection, but that's not for me. That's not what I like. I like it where everything's symmetrical and matches, and like you said, it's uniformity. Definitely what I prefer.
Let me ask this question. What company do you guys use to ship and you feel like you get the best rates? I know a lot of people talk about this pirate shipping. I've never used it. I probably need to start using it.
It's
but
not even available in Canada. So.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No.
Like, what do you guys think is the most affordable shipping company that you feel like, man, they're the most reliable, they're the most like, the prices are the best, but who do you guys use mainly?
With
you guys use like
Canada, if it's a small enough box, Canada Post within Canada. To go to the States, I find 90% of the time UPS is the cheapest by a lot.
Yeah.
So I'd say UPS is like 75 to 80% of my shipping courier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. UPS ground tends to be probably the more affordable route to go.
Yeah.
To get the statue to someone within a few days and not to pay out the wazoo.
With that being said, though, I've had quite a few times where I bought statues for people in the States, and if it fits, USPS is cheaper than UPS going from States to Canada.
Oh, going to Canada. That's interesting.
Kevin, have you used the pirate shipping?
I have not, but I have sold to some people who do, and they'll send me the label to ship it out with. So people swear by it, and it sounds like it's saving people some money. So I think more and more statues I sell, I'm probably going to look at it. And
here we go, Anthony Kennedy.
Yeah, let's see.
UPS ground via pirate ship. It's cheaper than USPS, or if I use that company's site direct. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, look at what Nice Guy. If you could bring up what Nice Guy almost bought that Spawn on top of Violator. That's the one Shane was talking about, and I
love
talked
that
about.
Piece.
But then thought about the shipping and then said, "Nah, yeah, that like I've been saying that piece is really nice, but it is known for being like $1,000 in shipping from like China."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what kept that piece in stock basically. Your vision saying, I agree. Display is key. Yeah. Display is, you gotta think about all these things nowadays where we didn't think about it, 2 years ago, we were just buying shit like crazy and just like, whatever, it's not that bad. But now everything is tight, man. Money's tight everywhere. So you got to think about all your money for collecting, not only the statue, but the display ability, the space, the money that you're going to spend in displaying it, lights, shelving, you know what I mean? And then the shipping costs compounds all those things. So not to stress you guys out, but just to plan accordingly so you can have a nice, clean display and not be stressed out about it. But that's it. Anything else in the chat, guys, before we move on?
No, I think everyone's pretty much in agreement.
All right. So hopefully, do you guys think it'll ever come back down?
Oh, I don't ever see it coming down. Look,
really?
Once they get you to a certain price point, no company is going to bring it back down. Sorry, you live in an imaginary world if you think that it's ever going to come down. Companies get used to certain revenue and things like that coming in. It's not going to change. Now, we can only hope for our cost of living maybe in some other areas to come down a little bit, increases in salaries, things like that to offset it. But I don't expect any organization to cut back on prices ever.
Yeah, that's a nice little hike. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on it for you guys, and we'll keep letting you know what's going on. Oh, we got Critical Mass up in the building. What's up, Critical? How you doing, man?
All right. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, what's up, man?
Not much.
Let me unhide your face. There you go.
Unhide me.
Let's see that beautiful face. What's going on, man?
I will not be denied. Not much. I was watching you guys. You talking about the Star Wars stuff. There's this bar here in Hollywood. It's called Scum and Villainy. They can't call it Star Wars because they don't want to get sued. And it looks just like you stepped into Star Wars. I haven't been there yet, but in fact, let me see if I can send a link to Shane. And it's like you just stepped into the movie.
What's up, Critical Matt?
Your sex room is coming along beautifully with that Deja Thors you got all tied up behind you there. Looks good.
Oh yeah, she's holding it down. I said my favorite scale is actually quarter scale, but my favorite scale is quarter scale. But the thing about it is, I couldn't pass up on this one.
Yeah, no, that's a nice piece. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next thing here. What else do we got? Oh, okay. So moving on to this. This, let me tell you, sometimes I really feel like throwing it all away just to start a video game line, man. Like, I see so many good video game pieces, and I'm just like, God, this looks so cool, man. I think most of the stuff, which is crazy, a lot of the stuff that I'm attracted to is like video game pieces, but this is after the fact that I've already started going down other lines, so what do you guys think about this? This is from Infinity Studios. This is their what's her name again? Somebody's gonna kill me. Is
Sylvanas.
It Sylvanas? Yep. Sylvanas bus that they made. And let me tell you, I think this thing looks amazing.
I think it looks great. I think the price is absolutely fucking absurd.
Yeah.
What's the price on it again? It's like 48?
4,800 bucks. Yeah. Woo. So here we talk about shipping increases and be careful of your spend. And by the way, guys, check out this $4,800 statue. I don't know if it's the best transition.
Buy this. Yeah.
That's only $4,800.
Watch your money, guys. But the next statue on the docket is this $5,000 one.
Woo!
Before shipping.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous piece. For those who don't know, I'm a huge World of Warcraft fan. Been playing it since vanilla. So
oh yeah, I remember that.
I've fallen off in the last expansion or so. Don't play it as much, but Sylvanas. I mean, this is a classic character, the Banshee Queen herself. The sculpt, everything gorgeous. The price just floors me. I'm with you, Adam. I love the gaming statues and stuff, but this one I will have to appreciate from afar.
Look at the detail, though, man. This thing is crazy. This is so good. And I like the colors, and I like the green and the purples, and like it's got in the engraving part right here. Yep. I mean, the weathering looks really cool. It's got all the damage, battle damage, and wear on it. I think it looks so freaking good. But yeah, it is so expensive.
Yeah.
With your new laptop, Adam, are you able to add a picture from the chat, or is that going to send you? Is that going to
crash your system?
I'm going to fry my system.
Yeah.
Send everything haywire and fucked up. Yeah.
In Skynet, just.
See, nice guy's trying to pull me back into WoW at the moment, and man, I tell you, I was back in the days when the expansions came out. You had to go get the physical copies of them. I'd wait till midnight to run up to Walmart, grab it. I'd take like the next week off, and I would level cap like a madman in my area on my server. I was like big time. I was usually one or two other guys with me who were just cranking through it with no sleep. Those days are past. I've moved on. I've got bigger things, Baldur's Gate 3 and other stuff to look forward to.
Baldur's Gate 3, I've been playing the shit out of some Baldur's Gate 3, man. If anybody in the chat's playing Baldur's Gate 3, drop me a line, man. That game is so freaking cool, man. And it's like on top of that, it's like everyone's trying to sleep with you in the damn game, too. It's like,
right?
It's so easy to get laid in that stupid game. It's like, what is going on here? Why is everybody trying to sleep with me? But
have you ever play a game called Shadowbane?
Shadowbane. No, I don't think I've played that one.
That's an old school game, right, Shane? Or
yeah, that's an MMO that I used to play back in the day. It's a very hardcore asset destruction, PvP, MMO. And I found out that Crippler used to play it too, so it's pretty cool. It's a very niche. We'd always laugh at the WoW guys because it's like Care Bear. You can't. There's no real risk of dying or losing shit. If you kill someone in Shadowbane, everything in their inventory, you loot it and you keep it. You could lay siege to their cities that they spent tens of millions of gold to build, and you could take it over or do asset destruction. Like it's a hardcore PvP game.
Oh, awesome. Just mess someone up big time. I love it.
Shane, I'll try to add that. I don't know, man. Things are not working. I think the service where I'm at is like not great because this is the first time I'm streaming from this corner. So I'll try to bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I love this thing. It's crazy.
Do you love it? $5,000?
Nah.
What do you think this price should be at roughly?
Like if this was a hat, like if this was a spawn piece, and it was this detailed and this good, then I would probably be like, ooh, I don't know. There's some pieces where no matter the price, to a degree, you would probably still get it, and you know it's overpriced with certain pieces. But like, I'm not that big of a collector.
If this is floating around the 3K mark, it may actually get me to start looking at it, to think about, well, I've spent a good chunk of my life playing this damn game.
Yeah.
This would be a cool piece to represent that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
If it was anywhere around 3 and I was a video game collector, I'd buy it. If it was anywhere around 3, I would buy it. I just think it's that good.
If I'm going to buy a bust, which I wouldn't, but if I was, I would buy that new Superman bust coming out from the same company. I forget who did it, that did the Killing Joker. Penguin Studios or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Comic book Superman.
Yeah.
And I'd also pick up that PCS Skeletor bust. Life size.
Oh, yeah. That's gorgeous.
I could actually get it in Canada here for like 1,300 Canadian. Really cheap. I don't do busts, but I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, Shane, it's not even loading. Like the image isn't even loading, man. Sorry.
Well, Ledge, if this came out at 1,500, I'd have to honor my 3,000 mark and buy you one too. So both of us would get one.
I don't even like the nameplate thing, but I think this looks really good down here. I'm not into nameplates either, but I really like this.
Yeah, I think that one's good. It's not, it's not her name on that one. It's just identifiable. Yeah. I think it's cool. It works.
And here's the back of it. Let's try to give you a closer view.
Wow.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
It's an incredible piece. I would love to know someone who gets it. It's impressive.
Oh, I thought you froze for a second. Man, we are having all kinds of...
Look at the feathers.
Are you good, Kev?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Critical, what do you think about this, man? Do you like video game pieces at all, or what do you think?
I don't have any video game pieces. I like this. This is very nice. I'm like Shane, I don't collect busts, so I probably wouldn't get it anyway, but congrats to anybody that does. I mean, this is a nice piece.
Is this silicone or is this all resin?
A lot of details.
Don't know.
I like that armor.
Wow.
What is that etching, writing on it?
Yeah, she's got some like engraving on her shoulder pads.
Yeah, it's probably something like Lord of the Rings, kind of elven script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, does her eyes light up? I know, anyone in the chat know that, or
I don't know.
Because I've seen a couple photos. It looks like the eyes do light up, but I don't know if that's also pretty damn cool.
Jonas said, "Get out of the corner, Adam." Yeah, I need to get out of this corner. I got bad service in this area. But yeah, that's that piece. That's that piece there. She needs to get her eyebrows done, man. Things are flying off her face.
You tell her.
And I think the portrait is sculpted really nice. I think it's a really pretty portrait.
Yeah, it is.
So, all right.
She's a great character. So again, been there from day one. So any collector will be fortunate to have her.
And that's how big it is too. I mean, you're basically getting a half a torso. You're getting a full torso with both arms, all the armor, possibly a light up. We don't know yet. And then like all the detail in the armor and the base, you know? I would say max I would pay for this, it would be tapping $4,000. I would be like, okay, I'd tap out at 4. But I gotta know, I don't know if it's silicone or what. I should have looked it up, but I don't know if that's like silicone or what it is. If anybody knows in the chat, let me know. Anybody got anything else in the chat before we move on?
So far, we got Patrick. We're gonna get to this one. He's asking about the PCS Venom with wings.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that here soon, buddy.
Yeah, we're just basically going company by company here. This is some stuff from Sideshow that they just recently dropped in the last like week and a half. Really pretty Wonder Woman portrait. If you guys collect Wonder Woman at all, beautiful portrait.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for the black and white where they highlight it with a particular color there. So
yeah, it looks great.
This one. It looks great. Yeah, this is a phenomenal piece.
Skin tones look really nice. The shadowing is nice, and then it really pops with the gold. Very nice.
That's beautiful.
That's the what's that? Critical?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so it is silicone.
Yep.
Thanks, Cab. So yeah, that's a nice piece. Why is framing so much money, by the way? Like I bought some like stuff that wasn't framed. I took it to a guy and I took it to like 2 other people. They're like, yeah, it's going to cost $200-300 to frame it. I'm like, holy shit, man.
Damn.
I don't know why.
Dartprint doesn't cost that much.
No. You could buy one framed from Sideshow for $250 or whatever it is.
Right.
$295.
Especially when if you go to like a Michael's or something like that, they got like these machines in the back that when they just set the dimensions, it works like a CNC router where it just cuts it immediately for it. I mean, it's not like they're hand scoring the stuff.
Yeah, it's not like labor intensive for you.
Yeah,
you got a machine.
Exactly.
All right, so this was another art print that I think would look really good with, the 2 recent pieces that came out from Sideshow. Obviously, this art print I think is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Got a lot of color to it, especially if you're a Batman collector. There's a lot of darker colors, grays and blacks and stuff like this. So this will bring some color to your collection, especially if you have one of these statues or both of them, which I think are both phenomenal statues, by the way. I don't collect Batman, but I would love to collect these 2. So you got that art print. What else we got? And that's the size of it, 30 by 22. That's for the framed. And then we got this Red Sonja. What do you guys think about this picture?
I'm not a huge fan of this style. I mean, based on the last statue and stuff like that, Vance Kelly, I'm not as big of a fan of his style.
Let's just say what we're all thinking. She's got no tits, and she needs bigger tits to be Red Sonja.
And she looks like a zombie.
And she looks like a zombie.
Or a
she looks
vampire.
like a vampire.
Or yeah.
Or a vampire
zombie.
Vampire.
No,
I think it's a cool photo. I just don't. It doesn't remind me of Red Sonja as much.
Even if she had tits.
Yeah, she's pretty flat chested.
Yeah, and Red Sonja, that's one of the things she's known for.
Yeah, her assets.
Yeah. But if you like Red Sonja and you like this, you could pair that up. I don't know if this would look as good with their Savage. What is it called? Savage Sword Sonja. Red Sonja?
No.
Yeah, it just doesn't complement the piece. I mean, I bet if you hold out, I'm sure they're going to release one that will complement that.
There's so many Red Sonjas that are out there. Like, as far as like, they're always pushing Red Sonja stuff, so I would wait. But if you like it, there it is. Just showing you what came out this week. We also got Gremlins. If you guys like Gremlins, that's a fun little one, especially in time for Christmas. So that was a great movie, by the way.
It's a Christmas movie. It falls in there, so it's right up there with Die Hard, I guess. You just
and
roll into the holidays.
Oh, the Die Hard debate.
The Die Hard. We're going to start that early, Crit. Was Die Hard a Christmas movie?
And then
well,
go ahead, Crit. What were you saying?
No, I was going to say I had the unpopular opinion that no, it's not a Christmas movie. So, I'm going to be crucified in the chat.
We also got from Sideshow Collectibles the Green Lantern. I don't think this one's up for pre-order yet, but it's coming soon, unless it just came out. But yeah, you got the Green Lantern. We're going to take a look at, let's look at these other pictures. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? Let's go around the horn on this. Shane, what are you thinking by this premium format that Sideshow's coming out with for Green Lantern?
I think it's my least favorite Daniel Bell sculpt.
Really?
Yeah, I think the legs look absurd. Like it looks like Eric Sosa sculpted those. Just way overdone with the musculature.
Yeah.
Like it's way too much. His hands, and I'm waiting to see more pictures. Let me just put that out there. But just going by what I've seen, look how big his hand looks. Doesn't that look very disproportionate? I'm sure it's the picture, it's the angle, but that left hand looks ginormous.
His like body features, there's certain parts of his body that are kind of over exaggerated. So like you said, the hands, the legs, the musculature, I think is.
I don't like the pose. You know how hard that's going to be to display.
Yeah.
And I don't like the face. And he's got some weird lip thing going on, like these pouty fucking cock pillow lips. I'm not a big fan.
What do you think, Kev?
Well, as a fan of cock pillow lips, I think I'm gonna. No. The only problem I've got with this is how I display my premium format DC stuff is all on a shelf up high. So with him looking up, it's just not the right setup for me. This is definitely gonna have to be something where he's gonna have to be posed pretty low so you can kind of look down and see it. I don't like the fact that I wouldn't be able to see his head and everything. So this is a pass for me. I like the second premium format Green Lantern that Sideshow did. I like that one the most, and I'll stick with it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Critical, what do you think, man?
Well, he didn't miss thigh days, that's for sure.
Legs are muscular, man.
I'd have to pass on this. It's just got too many issues. And of course, like Kevin said, as far as you can't see his face if it's up high. He has to be down low.
Yeah, see, like somebody made this picture. I don't know who did it, but you see Prime 1 had theirs recently, right? I mean, and these are two different price points, obviously, but like they got him flying up and his musculature is not overdone, in my opinion. It's a good pose and you could still see his face, right?
Yes.
But then you look at this one and it's like, I don't know. I would say it's not Daniel Bell's best work. I like Daniel Bell a lot. I mean, I got some of his stuff, but you know, you're not going to hit on. You're not going to hit it all the time. But yeah, it's going to be hard to display something like this with him looking up. If he was looking more like this, if I was going to get a Green Lantern, now is this a quarter or is this a third?
No, Sideshow does quarter scale.
No. I'm talking about this one. The
Prime 1.
that's 1/3.
That's a 1/3. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're a quarter scale collector, yeah, it's going to make it a little tougher to collect this one just because of the pose, in my opinion. But you know, I want to say they probably knew that going into it, but I don't know, man. You should have made him look kind of forward so you can kind of see the face. But then at the same time, like Shane makes a good point, the face looks kind of weird to me, man.
Has he got any collagen in his lips?
Yeah, it looks like he got a lip job.
Yeah, it's not a big fan.
Anyway, that's from Sideshow. All right, so next.
I always do.
Hang on a second, guys. I don't know what's going on with this thing again. When we were doing good. Oh, I got it right here. So next we got some of the Prime 1 stuff.
What a lineup.
God, let me tell you. Okay. So this is not these are not like my favorite Predators. I think it still looks really, really cool. I do think Rashid brought up a good point too. Like these Predators are really bulky looking.
Yeah.
Now I think they purposely did that because there's different types of Predators and stuff like that. I don't really care for like the Celtic and Chopper. This is the one that just came out though. This is the Scar. Let's see if we'll go to the next one here. So Scar just came up for pre-order. What do you guys think about this new Predator that came out?
I mean, I really like Predator, but I don't love all of them. And this guy, I'm sure the statue is going to look great, but I don't know. The price tag, it's a big, it's Prime 1. It's always a big price tag. It looks okay. It's not my favorite Predator, but I mean, if someone loves the Predator and they want to collect them all, good for them, I guess. Definitely looks badass, but he's very thick.
Is Scar from Aliens versus Predator the sequel? Was that where we saw him? Because I saw that disc thing he throws, and I remember them using that in the sequel, but I
forget what it's one. There's so many similar names, but it's the one where they go to like the Arctic area. And
okay, so it's the first one
underneath ground, yeah. And they were trying to basically they had 3 predators. From what I understand, they had 3 predators hunting together.
Yeah,
because they were trying to get something out of the temple, obviously. And they were, I don't know if they were new bloods. They were considered new bloods. But yeah, Scar was one of the popular Predators for sure. He was definitely one of the popular Predators. He actually sided with, I don't know her name, the actress from the movie.
Oh, the heroine at the end?
Yeah. Sonata Lathan.
Yeah.
Okay. I think these all look great. I'll be honest. If I walked into someone's collection and they had all 3 of these guys lined up in their collection, I'm like, mad respect. This is so cool. I love looking at the detail. I mean, Adam, you can even just see the armor, just the texture on it and things like that. I'm like, that's super cool. Now, was I the hugest fan of those movies? Not so much. I fall back on Predator 1 and 2 are the ones that I've always really liked as a kid. But I would love it. If I was a diehard Predator, these pieces would be in my collection.
Yeah. It's just hard because, I look at these and I'm like, man, I want them all, but it's just so much money, and one of you guys brought me to the reality. It was like, bro, you got 3, if you get 3 Predator pieces, you're at like 12 grand.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But
yeah, anyway. What's that, Crit?
I was going to say, it sucks when you start adding up and doing the math.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially with shipping, again, it's a lot of money. But like, again, I got this one next to me, the Jungle. I think it would look so cool next to it, but we'll see. If I get a good price on one day, maybe I'll get them. But I'd probably grab City before I grab him.
Yeah, you got John Connor here. He apparently owns the Jungle Hunter, but can't seem spending the money on more on a less popular Predator character. So, yeah,
the City Hunter, the Jungle Hunter are probably the most popular ones, and then you start getting into like the Wolf, and then Scar, the next popular ones. Wolf is pretty popular too, but Jungle Hunter is going to be your number 1 most popular, in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And John, that's a good question. I don't know how much weight a shelf would need to hold all 3 of those guys together. Because, again, these are Prime 1, 3rd scale.
Heavy.
That's some heavy stuff right there. You better have some support underneath it.
Heavy. I was, yesterday, I was putting his legs together. You can't see it there. But I was putting his legs together. Just his, legs to go in was absurdly heavy, just holding it there and trying to peg it in while my wife helped me. These pieces are very, very heavy. But let me tell you, one thing I can vouch for Prime 1 is the quality. I mean, if you bought any Prime 1 piece, the quality is always there. And these Predator pieces are out of this world when you see them in person. They come with a ton of switch outs. Here, let's just keep going through this. That's the one from the movie where he takes, remember, he after he kills one of the, I haven't saw it in such a long time, but like once he kills one of the aliens, he like takes their blood and he marks himself.
Yeah, with their finger or their whatever. Yeah.
Yep. And they actually got the fingers, like the face hugger leg and the finger from one of the aliens. They actually have it as bonus parts of this one. That's the back and everything. Here's the armor up close. Like, this armor looks crazy.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all his little gadgets on his belt and stuff. Here's the base of it with the dead xenomorph head. And there goes that face hugger that attacks him, where he takes out his little viro blade or whatever it's called, and he throws it at the face hugger and he cuts it in half. You see how it's split in half right there? So I even like his freaking like sandal looking things. These things are vicious looking. And then here's more of the base. That's like a half of xenomorph basically, and then the head is cut off. It's cut off from the front.
Yeah.
That's part of the base. This is probably the best base out of the third scale Predator line, I would say, that I've seen. I mean, you got a third scale Predator, plus you got this big intricate wall, and you got the alien that's like chopped into pieces with the face hugger. And the way that this inner part of the mouth is coming out of the alien is just hanging out there. That's awesome too.
You can tell when some of these artists just have a true passion for the piece, the level of detail that they try to give, the fan service, if you will, at some point. So, mad respect. A lot of the Prime 1 stuff is great because of that. But on this line in particular, whoever the artist was, you can tell they are really passionate about Predator. They caught a lot of good stuff.
Oh, I think Prime 1 is the best in the market when it comes to Predators. These third scale I don't think anybody does it better than them.
Oh yeah.
Even a lot of their quarter scale stuff is like killer too. Like Slifer got some quarter scale Ahab Predator. I can't remember if he's got another one. He's got a couple quarter scale Predators, and they look all really, really good. Here goes the switch out. You were talking about Shane with the fingers. You could put them on I think they have it as part of the necklace. And then these are a couple of the switch outs where he's holding the inner part of the alien's mouth. Some bonus parts here, some more bonus parts. These are all the switch outs with the blades. And here's the thing. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but you get so much stuff with it. You get the nameplates, you get the switch outs with the hands, the different gadgets. You even got the staff that's open and closed. So you get a lot of stuff. Here goes what the head pieces or the portrait stands look like. That's a mean looking face too. That is one of the better Predator faces. More switch. That's all the switch outs again. Then you got some light ups as well, which is pretty standard on most of the third scale pieces. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Whoever's getting it, is anybody getting it in the chat? Let me know if, yeah, I know, Knight, I'm selling myself on this shit. If anybody's getting it in the chat, let me know, man.
Yeah, Predator. I just remember when it first came out in theaters, and that movie was off the chain.
It was off the chain, man. Yeah.
Oh, and it holds up today. I mean, Arnold facing off against that guy. Yeah, it's still a great film.
Yeah, definitely goes into the history books for being legendary. One of the legendary films.
Yeah,
all right, moving on.
Badass troop.
Yeah. What's Sexy Lamb saying? John Connor, supposedly there's a new alien line in the works that scales with the Predators. Wow. From who? Is that coming from Prime One? Is that who you're talking about, Sexy Lamb? I'd love to know. All right, moving on to the next thing here from Prime One Studios, the production line update. Check out all these Kong busts from Godzilla vs. Kong, all lined up and ready to be delivered to your collection room. So Prime One was showing this off a little bit.
Is that life size?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's definitely not life size. But this is looking good. This is looking good. It looks like you got this inside part right here. Is this supposed to be the city or something?
Is that where they went to like the middle of the earth?
Oh, that could be it too. Yeah.
I don't know.
These faces look really good.
Looks great. So I guess Prime One's getting into like hair all over the pieces.
Yeah. I think that's the only way to do a bust like this, you know?
Yeah,
this looks real. Look at the skin. The skin to the fur. So yeah, that's coming from Prime One. You guys don't collect any buses, right?
No. Sexy Lamb says yes, it's Prime One. The CEO stated in a Facebook group.
Oh, that's interesting then.
Anthony Kennedy says it's the throne from Middle Earth.
Okay. So supposedly the word through the grapevine is this got canceled.
Okay.
I'm not sure how true that is, but I think it might have got canceled. Does anybody know anything else about this in the chat? I saw some stuff circulating online that it got canceled. So I'm not sure if Prime One's still making this.
Did you get canceled before PO opened up on it, or just because they weren't getting enough POs?
I don't know. I don't know if PO was already. I think PO was already open on it, but I'm not sure if it got canceled or what. I just saw somebody post, and then I also saw. I think the Batman statue collector said if it gets archived in the archive section in Prime One's website, that it gets canceled. Like it's usually canceled. So I don't know. I would have to.
What's up, X-Men?
I can try to find out if nobody else knows, and I'll put it in a Facebook group if anybody's a Batman collector. I think this was a quarter scale too. But yeah, this was a cool. Did you guys like this?
It looks like a cool piece. It reminds me of like Batman Year One kind of deal. So I guess this one wasn't on my radar at all. That's why this one's surprising me. But there's a lot going on in this that I probably would not be as interested in, like the drone and stuff like that that's going on there. But if I was a diehard Batman and I've just got to get my line of Batman guys in, this would probably make it. But nah, personally, this one doesn't have enough interest for me.
Do I even need to give my answer?
No, I think we're good on Batman sucks.
Oh, wow. Another Batman statue.
What are the guys saying in the chat?
He's wearing a short sleeve shirt, so it's completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a more futuristic look to it. Resin Ronan, what is he saying? I like the bus, but I had to do stop due to space. I'm with Shane. I want that Skeletor bus, but space is killing me now. I don't like pieces too cluttered, and I'm currently pushing it on that. Yeah.
I'd rather have half the pieces I want, but they're displayed nice and neat and clean, than have every piece I want and they're cluttered and looks like shit.
Yep. Here's some more Prime One Studios stuff. This one recently got released, I think, in the last week and a half or so. I don't know anything about this character, the Masked Rider. Do you guys know this character?
I don't. What about you, Crit? I know you know some of these oddball
I'm familiar with it. Yeah, I'm familiar with it, but I never watched it. Yeah.
Definitely
looks pretty well done made.
Definitely is an Asian thing, no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was like a live action show or was this just like an anime. I'm not too sure.
It's not an anime considering it looks like a real life statue.
Yeah,
I believe it
this
was a
kind of
TV show like Power Rangers and Kamen
That's
Rider.
what I'm getting from it.
yeah. I still like to show the stuff that's not like super popular in the US just because we got all sorts of collectors that watch the show. So I want to be fair and I show these guys. This looks like it's got,
Rider appeared in a Power Rangers collab show.
okay.
Guy says live
Looks
action.
like it's got mixed media jacket. I think you could take the jacket and stuff off if you're a fan of this. You got two different types of belts, it looks like there. Oh, motorized belt. So that turns. It like spins, I guess.
Okay.
That's cool.
Wonder how much Prime One's going to charge you because the belt buckle spins.
It's an extra $1,000.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
Does that do anything for you guys? It seems to be possibly, I don't know if it's just the new kind of niche thing or if it's going to transition to be the new thing that statues do, like movement on statues, shit like that. Like that belt buckle spinning, assuming you gave a shit about this piece to begin with, that belt buckle spinning, would that do anything for you guys? Like how often would you put that on? I don't even use my light up features, never mind fucking a spinning
I
belt.
never use my light up features either.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Shane. The light up features and stuff. I turned on one time when I first opened it out of the box, and it's like, oh, that's really cool, and then never bother with it again.
Funny,
Yeah.
I turn it on to make sure they work, and then I never use them again.
Yeah.
I would rather them make the statue more affordable and just get it at a more affordable price.
The only exception is my custom Ghost Rider because that thing is meant to be lit up.
I'll say, as a Star Wars fan, I hate the light up lightsabers, and I know that's maybe not popular, but those damn things break so many times and
Really?
kills the value of the statue. So I'm like, don't give me
They're
light
not
up.
lit up. They look decent, but they look a lot better when they're just painted and not meant to be lit up. Then
Yeah.
they look better non-lit up.
Mm.
I agree.
Yeah, like I said, I would rather have it more affordable than have all these extra stuff. I think statue companies are just trying to separate themselves from other statue companies. So they're starting to do all this articulation stuff and like movement stuff, like that Arnold head that moved around and stuff like that. They're just continuing to try to push the envelope, and they're coming out with new stuff, which is cool. So I would say that they're testing this kind of stuff out because you don't see it too much, but you're starting to see it a little bit more.
And I mean, by all means, if enough collectors really like it, then do it. But
Yeah.
for me, it doesn't mean shit. I'd rather pay $100, $200 less and not worry about having this at all.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interesting concept. I like this. If they start doing stuff like this on other statues, I think this might be a little bit more popular, where they give you a cast, like a hard scarf, I think what it is, and then they give you a fabric one, so you can have a sculpted one or a fabric one. What do you guys think about that?
It's what they should have done with Hush Superman back in the day. They should have come with both.
Oh, I agree with that, Shane.
Yes.
And yes, I think it's a good idea, Adam, to give the collectors both.
Yeah,
Because
like,
I think there's more collectors who prefer sculpted over mixed media, although there sure is a lot of collectors who enjoy mixed media capes and scarves and coats and whatever. So why not give them the choice?
yeah. John Connor saying more things that can break. I don't like gimmicks. Yeah.
I'm right there. I feel like I'm sounding like my dad when he looks at cars and there's all the bells and whistles and it's like, oh, just another damn thing to break. And it's like, yeah, you're not right. You're not wrong, Dad. But some people do like power windows. Sorry.
Unless it's a luxury.
They didn't
and a
have all them
convenience.
computers.
When something's a luxury and a convenience, that's different. Then I like more gimmicks, if you want to call them that. If it's just something that spins and I look at it and it doesn't convenience me in any way or make my life better or more pleasant, then I don't really give a shit.
Yeah,
You know,
I would imagine that anybody that likes this character, that spinning belt buckle is probably right up their alley.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I think this is more like, this would catch my attention more instead of the motorized stuff. Like, hey, I got a sculpted cape or a sculpted scarf, and I got and then I got a fabric scarf. I think those kinds of things, like capes and different things, if you give options, I think that's probably better. But I don't know. It's cool that the base spins too.
Maybe that was the thing with the show. Like maybe his belt spinning meant he was like powering up or something.
Maybe
then I could see that being cool if that was his thing. If that's what gave him power, for example. If that's
Nice guy saying no one remembers the Masked Rider. It was a Saturday morning show back in the day.
Yeah. I don't remember it at all.
I don't remember it either. No.
Neither does Ledge.
Obviously, there's a market for it, though, because, more of these Asian-inspired statues, they obviously probably kill it overseas more so than in the States.
Oh, I'd imagine, yeah.
Because look at all the anime. I'm not saying this is an anime statue, but, like, all the anime statues are crazy popular. We're just not big anime collectors on this channel, but, like, there is a lot of anime collectors. An enormous amount. So this one's 20 inches. There you go. All right, so moving on to PCS news. Oh, does anybody have anything else in the chat before we move on?
Yeah. She said it needs to make sense. If it was something like Steppenwolf's armor that articulates, that would be cool. Exactly. If that's what the character does and it makes sense, then so be it. If it's just doing it just to do it, then I don't really give a shit about that.
Okay.
This version is a Japanese one, but they had an American version that met our OG Power Rangers and was great.
Oh, there you go. So Nice Guy obviously watched it. He knows
He's
about
the
it.
only one in the chat who's commented that knows this thing is even a thing.
That's a good point too. John Connor saying, I wonder how much, if any, noise that spinning creates.
Mm-hmm.
Does it sound like a little zzz, like, I don't know, little fan noise? All right, so this is what I like to see. We're getting into some PCS news now. So this is what I like to see. Why do I like to see this? Take a guess.
Because you find Ant attractive.
Yes, that's exactly why.
He's a good-looking man.
Yeah, look at this mug. Look at this guy. Hey, man, Ant Adams is over there kind of like, hey, Todd, nice to meet you, man. Hey, by the way, I make statues, right? So I would make a amazing Spawn statue. Actually, I got some renders right here. If you would
just happen to have some renders.
I just happen to have some renders right here. What do you know?
On my phone. Let me show them to you.
See.
So Ant Adams has brought up before that he has discussed this with Todd McFarlane before, I think. And I think he kind of evaded to the fact that Todd Cannon was like, nah, I'm not really interested. But he keeps getting in his face about it. I know. Come on, man. You think a picture like this and that conversation doesn't happen? What do you guys think? Think the conversation happened?
Or he just signed a book for him and he paid for the photo.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But as a statue maker, though, why wouldn't you take that opportunity to be like, hey, man.
Oh, I'm sure he mentioned I make PCS statues and maybe even said, if you ever decide, to let someone do the statues or change your mind, give me a call and see what we could do. I'm sure he mentioned something like that it would be kind of foolish not to.
Right. That's my point. Yeah, so this kind of stuff I like to see. Statue companies talking to guys that hold the property, the intellectual property to make.
Sexy Lamb says PCS sent him a one-off statue made in-house for his consideration. There you go.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so he's doing it the right way. He's doing it. We just got to let this develop a little bit more, but hopefully something is happening there.
Todd treats Spawn like an overprotective child.
I agree with Kennedy there, man.
Does.
Spawn holds Todd holds on to Spawn tight.
It's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's like, come on, man, just open it up. You already got the toy market. No one can touch your the way you make the figures and the toys. Start licensing your stuff out and make more money.
It's tough, and I'll play devil's advocate here, and I do realize there's a balance you could strike, but there's some people who look at other IPs that are just everyone does them, and they're just hoard out to any company that's willing to pay. Well, I guess that Todd McFarlane, that's not what he wants for Spawn. He wants it to be more, I don't know. I don't know what he wants, but he just doesn't want it being everywhere like a Spider-Man or a Batman or an Iron Man. He wants it to mean something.
In my opinion, like if you have a business, right? Let's just put it in the business perspective. If you got a business, which he does have a business, but if you got a business and you're so busy micromanaging the films that come out of it, the figures that are made out of it, you want to be involved in everything so much that I feel like he's holding back the brand a little bit. Just let people be a little bit more creative and then let them come to you for final approval. You know what? I don't know how all this stuff works. Who knows? Maybe there's a reason. There's a legal reason why he's not letting other people make statues. Maybe he's got some kind of agreement somewhere else.
I figure he would like to make millions of dollars more. I know people say he doesn't need the money, and I'm sure that's probably true, but you know, we'd all like more money, because no matter how much money you have, you just spend more.
Yeah.
I know when he did that movie, all the big studios, I saw him do an interview, all the big studios wanted to get their hands on it, but he didn't want them to do it because they had a different creative vision that they were going with, and it wasn't his vision. So that's why he went with New Line Cinema, because they said, hey, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's why he went with them. So maybe that has a lot to do with it. He don't like people. He don't want anybody messing up his stuff.
He don't want anybody messing up his brand, and I get that. But there's ways to mitigate stuff like that. There's ways to be like,
they wouldn't really mess it up because he has final say, right? They have to get the approval of the renders, and he can make all the changes he wants.
There's ways to mitigate stuff like that. Just come to me for final approval. I want it. Give me the idea that you're going with. Sketch it up. I'll tell you if you should waste your time creating it or not. And then after, I think it looks pretty good, then we'll come up with a prototype. The whole gambit. I don't know. But I don't know enough about how all this stuff is done. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I saw that movie. I think he should have gone with another studio because that movie sucked.
It was bad.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that movie was not great.
Maybe that's a reason why he doesn't want people messing with his stuff again.
I have a suggestion. We should send Adam over there to Todd to negotiate terms for release of licensed pieces.
Shit. Yeah, listen, if Aunt Adams can't do it, then I can't do it. If Aunt Adams is giving a stab at it and he still doesn't got it, chances are that I'd have a better outcome that way. But anyway. All right. So let's see what else we got here. So Aunt Adams also said that there's this got announced, the new winged Venom coming soon, 1/3.
That's
1/3. And if he's going to make it like this is his picture, right? Look at the wingspan on that. Now that's a piece that you could probably put up high, you know? And look at the cross he's sitting on top of. Man, a Spawn would look really good on there, by the way. But what do you guys think about the winged Venom? First off, do you guys even like winged Venom?
I'm not a big winged Venom guy, but let me ask you something. You look at those wings, and you'd say each wing from his body to the tip of the wing, going like left and right, is probably what, like on a life-size Venom, 6 feet, 8 feet, like one wing. So let's even say 6 feet. So if you got two of them, that's 12 feet. If you're going to do 1/3 of that, that's 4 feet of wingspan. If it's only 6 feet a wing. If it's more, then it's more. Like if he makes it big like that, you're looking at 4+ feet of wingspan. That's crazy. That's going to be ginormous.
Yeah,
that's going to take a draw shelf by itself.
Yeah, X-Men exclusive hits it. The wingspan is saying F your room space. Let's be real. I mean, that's
rip your room space.
You're all in on this one. because that's all you're going to be displaying.
It's gonna. I bet it'll look fantastic, but man, that's big.
That is huge. Yeah, and I don't know how popular. Well, let's put that back. I don't know how popular wing venom really is, but who knows? Maybe it'll sell really well. I think anything venom honestly sells pretty good, but this is going to be interesting to see the dimensions, I would say, on this piece, because there's a lot of venoms out there, and there's only one custom wing venom that I know of, unless you guys know of some other venoms that are winged.
Is this venom from the video game, that Midnight Suns? Is that where this picture is from? Because that looks like a video game picture.
It does look like a video game picture. I'm not
because
sure.
His 1/3 Marvel line, if I'm not mistaken, is from Midnight Suns. So that's where I assume this is from. Unless he got a new 1/3 Marvel license we don't know about.
Well, first off, Venom is a big character already. 1/3 is a large scale, and then you're adding wings to it. So this is going to be, I'm just saying, man, this thing's going to be huge.
Yeah, those wings are going to be 4-5 feet in width.
Anything else from the chat with the wing Venom stuff?
Majority of people, okay, it's from Spider-Man 2 game, and most people saying they're not a fan of this version of Venom.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it does. Moving on to the next one. This is also from PCS. So I said this in the beginning of the show. The Michael Myers got waitlisted already.
Yeah, that's great. Good for Ant and good for everyone who wanted it.
Coming from Ant, our Michael Myers gold exclusive statue has now officially sold out. The collector's edition is still available, so grab yours while you can. So the collector's edition is still available, but looks like their ultra gold whatever exclusive is sold out. Let me tell you, with all these like different editions that PCS are doing, like it confuses me sometimes. I'm like the premium, ultimate, whatever. Does that confuse you guys sometimes too with the 3 different variations they got of that?
Look at Prime 1, they're Justice Buster, right? You got Justice Buster regular, then you got the Ultimate Edition, and then you got the bonus, which is the Ultimate plus the Kryptonite Spear. Shouldn't the Ultimate Edition come with everything?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Like if it's Ultimate, then that should be the best.
Yeah.
So they all do this shit. I'll tell you one thing. I know one person who didn't buy the statue, Cash to Gemini.
Oh, he's a big horror collector. He didn't buy it?
Obviously, you didn't see the video. There's a video he did. It's like a 10, 12-minute video with Buck where he talks about this, and Cash goes, he just taps into the dark side and goes fucking full Sith in that video. He's angry. Oh yeah, it's awesome. I loved it. I fed off of it. You got to watch it. Seriously, it's great.
I have to go back and watch it.
Cash is awesome, man. I love watching this stuff.
Oh yeah, Cash is great.
I want to see the dark side of Cash.
Cash is definitely one of my favorites on YouTube.
This piece looks pretty good though.
Yeah, looks good.
Now this is the second Michael Myers they made. They made I think a 1/3 too.
I think they made a quarter, a third, and a half.
Yeah. So he's hitting on all cylinders here.
I think.
This one's 40.5 inches.
Yeah.
40.5 inches.
Some people said it was overpriced.
Yeah. How much was it? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I might fuck this up, but I think it was like 22.
Holy shit.
But their thing is, yes, it's a half scale, but they're saying overpriced because it's pretty much covered in mixed media. I don't know. It's still half scale for $2,200. So,
oh, I got somebody at my door, guys. Hang on one second.
Wow. Again, on behalf of Collector's Table, we apologize. Yeah. We're embarrassed. by the lack of professionalism, and we will be addressing this. You notice Crippler doesn't do this on Wednesdays. Even Mike doesn't do this on Mondays.
Yeah. Crippler never leaves his table. He never meets his camera.
Yeah. We're the collector's table, but it's one of those fucking wobbly ass tables at those shitty dive bars you go to that you have to fold a coaster and shove it underneath.
Shove it under there.
Yeah, it's just that stinky beer smelling wobbly table. That's what we are.
Don't lean on the table.
Oh, what's up, Adam?
Oh, how's it going?
Oh, I heard you. Yeah, anyway, this, if you're a horror collector, the pumpkin base is cool. I think the detail is good in the boots. This looks real nice. I'm just not a big...
Atticus says $2,000 standard, 1.8K early bird discount. Cool.
I wonder why it costs that much, though. It's not really that intricate, is it?
I don't know. I mean, the base is pretty big, but I'll just say this. I'm really happy for Ant because I've spoken to him. I've been on a show with him. I've done an interview with him. Ant is a really good guy. He's our age, middle-aged guy, hardcore collector. Like he was into pop culture and everything growing up, and he's just a fan of the stuff, and that's why he does it. He didn't need to do this. He did banking for 20 plus years.
Yeah,
and made decent living banking, but he wanted to do this for the passion, and I wish him all the success.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Ant. He works really hard, and he's been cranking stuff out like crazy.
And he gets back to you. He's responsive. Yeah. He's good at communication. Just nothing bad to say about Ant at all.
Here's a progress update on Leonardo that should be going up for PO.
This line looks so good.
Oh, I love this line. I love this. It's very nostalgic to me too. It's not exactly how the animated series looked, but I don't care. I like it. I like it. It's pretty damn close.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
This is a modern take that's not overly done. It's not over modernized. It's a nice balance.
Yeah, I think this looks cool. And the picture that he put out on how they're all going to display together, I can't wait to do that because I got the Donatello and the Raphael already. The Shredder should be coming out soon. And then Leonardo should be going up for pre-order. And then I can't wait to see if they make I know I'm almost positive he's making Krang. So Krang is in the works. So I can't wait to see that.
What PCS is doing with this turtle line is basically what Tweeterhead is doing with the Masters of the Universe line. It's a good nod to the traditional classic look with making it a little more modernized and looking great, and it's just a perfect balance.
Yeah. Critical, you into turtles at all or what?
They're not naked women, so no. Unless they ran a train on April O'Neil, he's not interested.
No, when they came out, I was in my early 20s, and I saw the comics when they were just in black and white, and I never really got into it. I watched the movies and all, watched the cartoons, but it was never like one of my favorite things. Coming up, I guess if I was younger, it probably would have been. If I was a kid, I probably would have been hyped up for it.
Yeah,
but maybe it was the age that I am that it just never grabbed me.
Oh, it's all good. I guess you connect to more of whatever you've seen growing up as a kid. So
right, yeah, because I'm got like 10 years on you guys, so or maybe more.
How old are you again? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you again?
59.
Okay. Shit, I thought you were a little younger than that, but
no, I was born in 1964. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Shane by a couple years. You're like 3 years older than Shane, so.
Oh yeah, he's like my little brother.
Yeah, obviously.
You guys look alike.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, definitely.
I think Dad has some, or Mom has some explaining to do.
You got some explaining to do.
So this is from, I think Slifer put this up, and he got, we're starting to see some in-hands. I think Rashid, I saw some pictures that Rashid put up of his blade that came in too.
Rashid had a couple breakages. I felt really bad for him. He'll get that fixed, but it's still shitty when you're looking forward to the hype and it comes in. Just kind of
What
shitty.
broke exactly? Do you know what broke?
The sunglasses. And I want to say, I feel like it was a hand or a sword or a belt buckle or something else. I can't remember the other thing, but there were 2 breaks, and I just felt bad for him.
Yeah, and he's not happy about.
Go ahead, Critical.
He's not happy about the color of the weapons. He thinks they should be more chrome.
I think they should have.
Yeah,
they should have been chrome painted or chrome. Yeah,
they should have looked shiny and sharp, like razor
100%.
sharp. Yeah,
they should be.
And then I heard him say something about the glasses. The glasses, like, you don't have a swap out portrait for the glasses. Like, you put them on and off, so it would probably scrape the sides as you're taking them on and off.
There's a little hole in the back of the ear for the glasses to sit in. But he was saying one portrait should have just come with the glasses sculpted on and not removable. That way they wouldn't break.
Yeah. Well, it's still a cool looking piece. I'm glad whoever got it. If you like it, good. Now, I also see, I also saw somebody comment on Rashid's, like, there's a seam line where he was having some, like, it looked like it was starting to separate the jacket.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody brought it up in Rashid's picture, and Rashid said he was going to contact Sideshow about it. So, I mean, all in all, I know we mentioned a lot of things, but it still looks good. Like I said, I would like this chromed out. I think that would bother me a little bit.
The good thing is it's easy enough to send away to someone if you don't want to do the painting yourself. Just send them in bubble wrap all the weapons. You don't have to send the base. You don't have to send Wesley. It's a pain in the ass that you have to do it. And should you have to? Probably not, but at least it's not that hard of a fix. It'll be cheap to send it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on to Tweeterhead. Tweeterhead is doing these new 1/3 style bus, which I think is pretty interesting instead of having like a gigantic size bus. Superman will be the first in the line of the 1/3 scale bus that are designed to bring the DC universe to your shelves in a highly collectible way. We will be making all of the classic favorites, but also many of the lesser represented characters many would love to see. Here's a little tease. The next piece is in this epic line. So, yeah. Oh, you could see you got a tease in the background there. You guys know who that is.
Doomsday back there.
You got the Doomsday displayed. So you got this whole line of 1/3 busts that are coming from Tweeterhead. Thoughts on this?
I think Tweeterhead is going to do very, very well with the 1/3 bust line. Looks great. I personally am not a fan of that slanted bottom half of Superman being cut off. I'd rather be cut nice and straight, symmetrically. But I think that, I don't like that angle cut. But the bust looks great. The teasers they showed, I think it's going to do very well.
Looks nice so far.
Looks great.
What do you think, Kev?
We talked a little bit this past week about this, and I'm just here we go, another Superman, and I feel like it's a little late to the game. You know, I feel like those who are diehard DC fans and stuff like that, they've got their Supermans, they've got their Batmans, they've got them in 1/3, they've got them in a quarter scale, they've got half bust of them, and now they're coming out with this 3rd bust. This is maybe your audience that hasn't bought one. And my only question is, when you're looking at the market, how many people is that anymore? I just don't know. Now, looking at some of the other stuff that they're coming out with, I think we saw like Clayface, Mr. Freeze, stuff like that. What I commented back is, you know, these are great, but I want to see these as a quarter scale. I want to see these as a 3rd scale, stuff like that to go with what I've got right now. And I know they're trying to break away and do their own thing, but you know, when you have a market that still needs these pieces in a regular statue form, I think you could profit from that as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they couldn't get the license though to do one.
And you may be right there, Shane. But
so they're just trying to make the most with what they have.
Yeah, I wouldn't be interested in collecting any of these.
Like, I don't do busts, but I like that if you're going to do a 1/3 Superman, at least you have a line to back it up. Like, you're going to continue a line and not just make a 1/3 Superman and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Critical, what's your thought process on this? You like these?
I don't like the half torso. It's a pass for me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely have to be. I want a full statue. But, you know, I'm happy for anybody who gets to that. I mean, you could definitely see the detail in that freeze and the firestorm and all. And I don't have a Superman in my collection. I do want to get a Superman one day, but yeah, pass.
Me personally, I like these. I think they're cool. If I was a DC collector, I wouldn't mind like a little row of these on my desk or something. I think these are cool pieces, not to put on like big shelves or anything, obviously.
For your secondary space.
Yeah, like just to have something on the office that, like, even if you don't get the whole line, you just get a Superman and you want him in the corner, you know? I think the freeze and the Clayface, I think this is cool.
I was watching Collectors Club last Friday, and John was mentioning he had an idea with his Batman. I forget which Batman statue he was talking about, but kind of surrounding his 1/3 scale Batman with all these 1/3 scale rogue busts, and make like his own little version of Batman Insanity.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just cool to have it like a secondary piece somewhere where you might be tight on space or something, and you still wanted to collect something cool.
I'm glad this was brought up because this is, sorry, Adam, what I wanted to mention before I forget. So the average 1/3 statue is what? $1,800 to $2,200, give or take, for polystone, not counting the silicone stuff. About that.
Depending, I mean, you could still find more affordable ones than that, but
on
yeah,
average, I mean,
you
you got
get up
Predators, that's a lot more, and you got some, so about $2,000, give or take. So you could get the Superman. Like, how much is LBS Superman? 18?
LBS Superman?
16, 17, 18?
Yeah.
You could get this. I know there's no base and no legs and only, well, half a dick. But you get this
He's not wrong.
torso for $300. So for an extra $1,700, you get legs and a base. That doesn't really seem right. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
Where
right.
are those numbers?
You're right.
Not really adding up to me.
Now that's for Superman, though, right?
Correct.
So I would be interested in see the pricing for like someone a lot more intricate, like Mr. Freeze. Like, is he going to have the glass dome with, like, you know, all the other equipment that he's got on, the shoulder pads, all the detail there? You know, is that going to be the same price point? Probably not. It'll probably be more.
But even if they're half, their half torsos were $500.
$500 or $600. Yeah, it's still expensive.
Then 2,000 plus for legs and a base.
Yeah.
And some statues don't have like the biggest giant Prime 1 Studio size base, and they're still up there in price. It just goes to show that it's doable.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be spending anywhere, even if it was $600, if you double that, you get the base and the legs and all that, and it's $1,400, it's still a lot more affordable than a lot of the third scale stuff that we see nowadays. So,
John Connor, I 100% agree with Shane. That's because you're a smart man, John Connor.
Yeah.
Chad said $400 to $500 for that other. Now the 4 to 5, is that for Mr. Freeze bats? Is that what you're talking about? Because Superman's only 300, isn't it?
Yeah, he just looks like there's not as much. Like, he just looks like there's paint and shadowing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. There's not as much.
But like, you look at somebody like this, and it's like, how much is going to have to go into this or this?
And Clayface should be a lot bigger too.
Yeah, this is true.
Look at Doomsday, a 1/3 Doomsday. Man,
Yeah.
like I'm looking at my 1/4 Doomsday right now, and the base or his shoulders are about that big right now. I can't imagine if he was 1/3 scale. That's gigantic. If it's true 1/3 scale Doomsday, that's going to be a monster, man.
So this is how big this is, Kev.
Oh,
See, I thought it was only going to be about that big, but now it's that big.
These are accurate dimensions. This is exactly how big this is going to be. These dimensions.
it actually throws you off because we didn't know she's actually only 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
I don't get why they okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But why get like a little? Maybe she is 18. I don't know, but she looks like she's 12 to me. Like,
Yeah, that's a young one right there.
she looks like she's 12. Like, anyway.
Better
But,
watch your vision might take her for our casting couch.
Oh my God! Please. Moving on. So,
Shane
Green
is like-
Ranger.
Adam's like, not here.
Green Ranger is a popular Ranger. I never got into Power Rangers, but this is a pretty large bus. I mean, compared to her, but she looks tiny.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like Green Rangers, this is by Way Studios. Not sure if this is up for pre-order yet. It might be already.
I believe it is. So
Yeah.
hang tight. Mike Costa will get it. You can see it in his collection, I'm sure.
Yeah, he loves Power Rangers, doesn't
He
he?
loves Power Rangers, man.
He
Yeah.
gets everything.
I just could not stand watching Power Rangers, and then like you'd see like them fighting some dude, and then all the other dudes are kind of waiting their turn to get punched in the face, and then once that dude gets punched in the face, he punches the next guy. It's like, come on, man, just jump his ass, beat his ass.
Taking turns.
Yeah,
It's my turn to get knocked out.
yeah, come on, man. I don't want anybody taking turns. So that one's coming out. Do you know how much this one is, Kev, off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, no, I don't. I'd have to research that one.
That's okay. That's all right. I was just wondering. This was really cool looking to me.
Yeah.
I think Kevin shared this.
Yeah, this one's going on PO actually, I think this coming week, and I have to own it. I haven't played a Zelda game in quite a while, but always loved the ones I did play. And I know it's got a huge following, big fan base and everything, but with having both Link and Zelda, they can be separate statues, merge them as one, that kind of deal. It is so cool. But the merger of the two on the base that's built for the two of them is, I mean, that is a cool looking piece. You got the waterfalls going on.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, if I was a hardcore Zelda fan, this is definitely right next to my computer while I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool piece.
Yeah, this statue makes me happy, man. This is like a really nice looking statue. And I like the fact, like you said, that you could put the two together or whatever, display them together.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, is like the detail in this looks really nice. Colors look good. Face looks good. You know?
Is this 1/4 or 1/6?
I believe this is 1/4. I'll have to go back and look at it. But yeah,
I would've-
Fairland Studios.
1/6.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks nice. I like the swappable portrait they got, it looks
Mhm.
like, for her when she's looking down. I probably like this one better.
Agreed.
But Link looks great. I don't know. What do you think about the portrait, though? Not
I
bad?
think it's spot on with the game. I think it's captured the animated style and all that. Looks good.
Yeah.
I will say, if I'm going to get a Link statue, I want him with a hat.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
His green hat.
Yeah. His little
Yeah,
hat that sits. Yeah.
yeah. I want the green hat on there.
Do you want a little bit older version like we see here? Or again, Link has been portrayed as young, as like a little child too. Is that where you want to see the hat?
Yeah, that's the younger version, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't played a Zelda game in a long time myself. I used to play them back in the old days, obviously, but
Yeah.
What was the price point on this, Kev, do you know the price point on this?
I'd have to look it up. Like I said, this was one that came across my feed. They were talking about it going on pre-order this week, and I was just like, again, that was a stopper when I'm scrolling through, and all of a sudden it makes me stop real quick, and it's not a piece I usually would collect. That's the only reason I gravitated toward this. I'd have to look up a little bit of the information on it.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's, again, you're a Zelda fan. This is one that you should be kind of paying attention to this week.
Yep.
Dwayne Davis says, this is beautiful. I'm planning to start a Zelda collection towards the end of next year. Nice.
Oh, this would be a good piece to start.
This would be a
vision. I didn't even know you were watching. That just makes it even better.
All right, so next we got a couple custom stuff going on here. The NYC, nice little teaser for you guys. Newsletter going out in a little while. Cloud City is coming up for PO soon. And then this is obviously the Millennium Falcon that they've been making.
Just to talk about the link for a sec, Kevin.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dwayne says, which game is it based off of? Is it the newest game that's on the Switch? Is that where this is from?
I think it is. There's a couple of the games on the Switch, but they just had one that came out this year, I believe. And
my buddy
looking at this version, I think it is.
Okay. That would make sense. Sorry, Adam. Go ahead.
Are you good? So the Millennium Falcon, here's a update photo from NYC. Looking real nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just want to see I think NYC does great. Again, I haven't seen their pieces in person yet. I will soon. But, I want to see how the paint is done on this, the paint application.
Mm-hmm.
Before I pull the trigger on something this big and this elaborate, I got to see how well that paint is going. And hopefully they show some images of it, obviously the prototype painted before it goes up for pre-order. It's obviously going to sell out just like all of NYC's spaceships do. But, what do you guys think about this?
Awesome.
For the Star Wars heads, Shane and Kev, you guys like this Millennium Falcon?
It's the most iconic ship for Star Wars. So, and I know Michael, being such a huge Star Wars fan, is going to nail it. And NYC does good work. So, yeah. Kevin's opinion might be different because he makes high-end ships and that. So maybe he'll disagree. But I think at bare minimum, it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've really scrutinized over these photos so far, and from what I can tell, a lot of the gribblies and things like that are pretty much there. You're not going to see a lot of difference between something like this and the D'Agostini or even the Master Replica. So I think Michael did a great job on this. I still don't know what the price point is going to be, so that could be a little bit of a sticker shock. But if you missed out on the Master Replica, which I think a lot of people did, and you don't want to spend $10,000 at this point, and you don't want to build yours with D'Agostini, here you go. You're not going to get many more opportunities. You're going to have to kind of pony up. If this is a piece that you want in your collection, this is the time to strike. And to Shane's point, I can't think of a more iconic ship if you're a Star Wars collector. This is the one that has to be in your collection.
This is the one to have, yeah, if you're going to collect a ship.
Didn't Michael say this was going to be like 3 feet?
Yeah, it's right in line with both Master Replica and D'Agostini. If they're off, they're only off by millimeters altogether. So this is going to be the same size as the other ships out there.
I was at a mall over the weekend or last weekend, and we happened to walk by a Lego store, like an official Lego store, and they had the big Lego form of this thing, and I came so close to buying it. I was like, man, this would look so cool, but I was like, I'll just put the money towards the NYC one, depending on how it looks. So that's from NYC. This is from NYC. The Model T might be actually getting done before the N1. This was 3 days ago. So you got
says you should be ready to go for December. The AT-ATs.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you got one on order, right?
Yep. I'm just waiting for it to ship.
You just gotta slide it under your tree and just say, hey, Merry Christmas to myself.
Yeah, I got a few NYC ships on PO right now.
Nice.
I told my wife I don't even want anything for Christmas. I was like, you let me buy super expensive statues. Like, just don't even get me anything. Let me just buy a statue.
Oh yeah, my wife doesn't even play the game. She's just like, you usually get what you want, so
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I love your background, Kev. By the way, that looks sick, man. That Darth Maul. That Darth
Thanks,
Maul
man.
is sick.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Love that painting.
Yeah.
And then is this NYC2 or who is this from?
No, this is just a third-party vendor on this one. So they did a limited run of about 40, 50 of them. So this is Slave Leia. It comes with this head. It also has a change out that has more of a animated anime head, I should say. Obviously, I would display it with this one. And these are shipping here soon. If I made some critiques of it, the pillows are a little weird with the neon colors. That's obviously not what you would see at Jabba's palace, something like that. But the stuff that they've done here, I've liked some of their stuff. They did. Oh my gosh, Shane, help me. They've got a Talon coming out right now, a Dark Talon at the moment. That's shipping, and then just recently they did Aurora Scene, which was gorgeous. So,
is this Zion?
Is it Zion? I might be confusing them, but I don't
I'm
think
not
this
sure.
one's Zion.
Who else just put out the Darth Talon?
Was that Zion art? Zion? Yeah, I confused in Zion art, but the Aurora Scene was a third party, just a private group that did that one. So those are two different, but the Leia is a third party as well. It's not a Zion art.
We got a question here. You all hear anything from the N1 Starfighter from NYC?
I haven't.
Yeah,
What you said.
Yeah, I thought it was coming up. I've seen a couple other photos with the Mandalorian that's going to fit in it and all that. So it looks like it's really on the cusp of coming out. I think it's
Yeah, it
going
should be any time now.
get shipped here before the end of the year.
Yeah, it should be really soon. I would imagine. Here's a custom piece. This is from, what's the game called? God of War?
God of War, yeah.
Kratos. Yep.
This looks great. Caleb is doing this one.
Okay, so Caleb Nepson.
Yeah.
That's a mean looking like sword
Right.
thing there. I like that he's got like the heads, like whatever he slaughtered at the bottom. And then he's got the whole throne. Looks pretty crazy. Another custom Venom, because we don't have enough of these.
Another Venom.
It looks really good though.
I agree. It's got more of that Eddie Brock like I've liked in the past with the kind of that
It's
Todd
very
McFarlane
reminiscent of the Bowen 1/6, 1/7 scale. Venom.
Yeah, it's got that Todd McFarlane look too, like Kev was saying too. I like that.
I like it. It's nice.
Not bad. A little closer there.
I like these types of versions of Venom. I don't like the ones where the symbiote suit's going crazy and all these things are coming off of it. And
Yeah,
stuff
me
like
neither.
that. I like a clean, badass, pissed off Eddie Brock going to just snap you in half if he gets hold of you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like this kind of portrait style too.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it's nice that they're coming out with all these different versions, but I still like the old one from Sideshow. I got that one, and I'm happy with that. So I don't need to know.
Is he jumping off? Is that the one where he's jumping off the bell tower?
Yeah, he's like one-handed. He's
Yeah.
like one-handed.
Oh, okay.
on the bell
Yep.
tower. It's got the tongue swap out. Then it's got the McFarlane. He nailed it. I think Sideshow nailed it with the McFarlane sculpt.
Prime 1023's got a question there. What is that?
Here, we'll pull it up.
Yep. Anyone here when the LBS Venom goes up for PO? I'd imagine it'd be pretty soon. They've been working on them for a while. I haven't heard anything though. Have you guys? Have you guys talked to Jay at all?
I haven't heard anything, but they're coming out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Look
I'd
how
say
fast
probably
that Hulk
before the
came
end
out.
of the year. My guess.
What's that, Shane?
My guess would be before the end of the year.
Yeah, I would guess that too. Because it's been in development for a little while now. All right. And I think that was it as far as picks, guys.
I do have 2 picks that I put up here.
Yeah. Here, I'll stop. Let me stop sharing real quick. Can you pull it up, Shane?
Yeah.
Still looking for him, huh?
If anyone sees a Mad Megatron for sale, let me know, please. The other piece I'm looking for is the ATF Red Hood. Don't need the exclusive, which comes with the swap out torso and 4 additional portraits. If you have the exclusive, and because this actually retails for not that bad of price. I've seen this sell for $900, $1,000 for the regular, and then the exclusive I've seen sell for $1,400. So if anyone has this, hit me up, let me know, or if they see it for sale, just let me know. I'd appreciate it. That was it.
Yeah, so not a bad week, guys. That's basically it for the news. We got some newer stuff coming out, some big stuff coming out. When we thought they were going to slow down making gigantic statues, I guess people are still making them, and they're still selling. But there's a lot of art prints coming out. There's a lot of new stuff coming out. Just make sure you plan accordingly so you guys can get what you really, really want. The only thing I could say is don't fall into the FOMO category like a lot of us do sometimes. Just really take your time and order what you want.
I got a question for you, Adam.
Yeah.
Have you made a decision about your spawn from Dan?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go with the quarter scale. I was thinking I came really close to buying that 3rd scale, but as I'm unboxing my stuff and I can start to see the different scale sizes, that bothers me. That bothers me. So
whatever you're paying for more is what you got to do.
Yeah, because I have so many spawn, like quarter scale spawn stuff on order, like, well, not so many, but like 3 or 4. I want them to all look and display well together. So I'm probably just going to get that quarter scale. But it makes sense what you were saying. For you guys that missed it, we had DMD Dan on the show last week. And he's making a 3rd scale spawn and he's making a quarter scale spawn. And Shane made a good suggestion. He's like, man, you love spawn. That's like your number 1 guy. Why don't you just get him in 3rd scale? And it made me think about it. But I was like, just for the room and everything and displaying it well together, I'll just go with the quarter.
Fair enough.
But if you guys are thinking about getting a spawn, man, if you want to support a project, that is the one to support. And I am a stickler. Shane can tell you I'm a stickler for spawn. I critique him very, very hard. With people that try to make him, as far as statue companies, there's a couple good pieces out there, but I think
nice.
I think DMD is doing it the best so far.
I know you two, Kevin and Adam, you two are huge Spawn fans, and I know Slifer and Rashid are huge Spawn fans. So I'm just happy you guys are finally getting some content, because before the last year and a half, 2 years, there haven't been many choices for any spawns. A couple customs here and there, but nothing amazing.
Well, that's why I get excited about seeing Ant, just having conversation with the guy who created Spawn. But
let me ask you, you have a nice big man cave, but space is limited. It is for everyone. How many Spawn statues do you want? You have 4 on order. Do you want a 5th? Do you want 5 or 6 or 7 Spawn statues?
The ones that I have, there's no duplicates. So they're all different types and different versions of Spawn.
But if Ant did one Spawn, don't you think it would be the classic Spawn? Knowing Ant, knowing how he is. And if you were making a Spawn statue, the first ever licensed, would you not just make it classic? If you could have one, that's probably the most popular version.
It is the most popular version, yeah. So that would be the one that I make. It would make me want to get it. I would probably go by your rule and swap it out with one that, if it's better, then I'll just sell the one that I have and get the one that's better. I'm trying to live by that motto. But yeah, that's what I got going on so far. Like I said, I got the Gunslinger spawn. That there was another Gunslinger spawn that was being made and painted by Titanium, or however you say her name.
How come everyone has such a hard name saying her name?
I don't know. How do you actually say it? Is it Titanium?
Titanium. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm never confident in the way I say it when
I hear Art say Titanium. So
okay. Yeah, well, Art would know better than anybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I got the Gunslinger spawn, I got the medieval spawn, and I got the classic spawn coming, and then there's one other one. I was thinking about buying the Hellwalker spawn. If you know anything about spawn, and I've showed the pictures, if you guys want to look back at the lives or whatever when I talk about them, I think all those spawns that are coming out, those were my best representations that I thought, in my opinion, were the best representations of spawn. And Kevin and them saw it, so I think they're killer pieces.
Yeah.
Knight, there is a Cygor custom spawn that's already being made. It's a real. I'm thinking about getting that one too. That is really nice. He's like on Spawn's back, or he's on Cygor's back, and he's like battling them as they fall or something. Overkill would be really cool to see. I haven't seen an Overkill piece. Have you, Kev? Have you seen an Overkill?
No, I mean, outside of the toy, I haven't seen an Overkill, which would be epic, just because
That's
how massive
surprising.
that guy is.
He wasn't as popular as like Violator, but he was still popular, you know?
He was one of the originals right out the gate, so.
I would like to see a Violator, a Cygor, which I only know of like 1 or 2 Cygors that are being made, but that's in a diorama with Spawn. And I would like to see, it's a shame that DMD is not making the She-Spawn. Would you
go as far as like a Malbolgia or whatnot?
Malbolgia, yeah. Oh yeah, you got to have him in the collection.
There you go.
But he's got to look now. He's got to be done really well, like just really intricate, detailed, like nasty looking. He would be huge too if he was to scale. Redeemer, yes. Slifer brought up Redeemer. Redeemer was another popular Spawn character, so I would like to see him.
What about Bishop too?
Yeah. Bishop would be a nice one. Let me tell you again, if there was if licensing was allowed with Spawn, I think so many people would be doing Spawn. You know?
Yeah.
But
there's that new Spawn statue I saw, the female Spawn with her bike.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
that someone's making. Does that interest you, Adam?
The She-Spawn?
Yeah.
With the bike? Yeah. But is that the one from DMD?
I thought Dan. Oh.
Yeah, that was Dan.
That's the DMD one that I don't know if that one's going to be made. It's probably going to be stuck in his back pocket for now because I don't think he got enough.
Would you buy a She-Spawn?
Yeah.
Slifer, you're completely right. I said Bishop. I'm thinking X-Men, and you correct me. Chapel.
Oh, Chapel. Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, Chapel. Yeah, Sam and Twitch. I mean, those are. I don't know if I would buy those guys, but like they would be cool to have, I guess.
Maybe
detectives.
Throw in the background.
Yeah, that DMD got canceled. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But
yeah, but Dan might roll that one back out again. So if you're a Spawn fan, keep your eyes out for that. He might do it again. See if
he might. And let me tell you, these guys have had DMD statues. I haven't yet. So I'll let you know, when I receive one, how good a quality it is and stuff like that. But Shane and Kev seem to vouch for DMD pretty good. So they've had some stuff by DMD. So,
yep.
Critical, you like Spawn? You into Spawn?
I do like Spawn. I got the. I'm not sure what scale this is. I think I showed.
You got the one where he's like flying through the air, right, with his cape.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick.
Yeah, that's a badass one too, I think. This is really bothering me now that I see it. The holes in my garage shelves, I gotta finish covering them. I'm not done covering them yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we could see them.
I'm not sure what this is.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Damn, I love
these
it.
these were the McFarlane toys I remember as a kid. Like he was making crazy stuff like this for eons.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and that's a toy, and that looks really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with like the seam line and stuff that you got with the cape, you can look over that when it comes to the toys type stuff.
Yeah, I guess because of being rubber, it's kind of hard. Like here,
Yeah.
it's hard to push it in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna be showing it from the back. You'll be showing the front of it.
Nah, just right there.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
No, man,
That's a piece I would keep forever right there. That's a nice one.
But
I like Spawn because he's not your traditional like superhero. He's not like the super nice guy. He's like, he might rip out your throat with some chains and then shoot you up with some machine guns, but then to go save somebody else. So it was kind of an interesting like character. I liked him. But Northern Monkey, what do you use to cover your racking holes with? It's just a 3M tape, magnetic tape. But it's not like real thin, it's real thick, so it doesn't look like it sinks into the holes. And that's what that is right here.
And do you put that on the inside to block the holes, or do you put it on the outside?
I put it on the outside and the inside because I don't like it being shown. Here's the thing with the 3M tape, it is or magnetic tape, but it's called. It could be very expensive the more shelving you buy. I just don't like to wait forever and a day with Magicase. They really got to work on that shit. Magicase, with how long they take to make them. I get it that, maybe they wait for a whole big group before they do an order so it can be less expensive, but that shit takes forever. So I just did my own. But yeah, Northern Monkey, that's how you do it. McFarlane also made Wetworks toys. Those are pretty cool. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. The HBO show was good. It was good. It was, like I said, some of the episodes would depress the shit out of you because Spawn is not like the most happiest storyline. It's a pretty fucked up storyline actually, but maybe that's why I like it so much. I don't know. It's a dark, gritty kind of storyline. But that's all I got today, guys. Do you guys got anything else that you want to talk about or share?
No, I'm good.
Good. I think we're on, how long we've been live right now? Man, time flew. 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Yep.
But yeah, keep an eye on the channel, guys. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel. We got some stuff in the works. If you haven't seen, I've already started moving some stuff around in the man cave. I appreciate and I want to thank everybody that left a comment or sending me. I had some people sending me private messages on what they would think would look really cool in the man cave. I actually really do appreciate that. Like I said, today I moved my table because someone suggested, hey, you should move it from the other side to this side. Because I had it, let's see if I can show you. It's kind of messy in here still. I had it over there in that corner. You can see all my boxes piling up. I got to move those to the garage because I was emptying out, finally getting them out of the boxes. So I moved it from that corner back there and I got it over here, but now my service isn't as good. So we'll still have to keep figuring it out. Ripley, I don't know what's going on with Ripley. She's taking forever to get here. I got the Y-Wing that should be coming from Kevin pretty soon. Did you get any tracking on that yet, Kev?
Not yet. It's still on a boat, making its way over.
It's going to be on a boat for a minute probably.
I'm on a boat.
And Shredder hopefully coming out this year.
Yeah.
So we'll add him to the collection and we'll kind of go from there. But
I'd like to thank Critical Mass for coming on.
Yeah, Critical, thanks.
Thanks for swapping it with us this Sunday.
Thank you for inviting me. I would have been here sooner, but I one of us I slept a little later than I thought I was going to sleep in.
I love everybody that comes on our show because they all got bags underneath their eyes and they're all tired because it's like from a Saturday night. Like,
got the coffee.
We got the early show.
Yeah, because I usually cry like on a Saturday. Well, it's not Saturday night. I'm all up all night Saturday. I'm crashing like about 1, 3 o'clock in the morning, fighting sleep. You know, because when you work all week and you got these 2 days off,
you want to make the most of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching TV. I'm watching Netflix or Hulu, and then all of a sudden,
yeah.
Then you wake back up, and it's already moved on 3 episodes, and then you got to go back.
Yep.
And my wife is like, go to sleep. I said, no, I'm not tired. No, you are tired. You're just fighting it.
I gotta, I started trying to read my comics more, my omnibuses, and as soon as I sit down to like start to read them, it's usually at night, and I like fall asleep in 15 minutes. I'm out. I'm just so tired, man. I guess that's part of getting older, man. I just started getting tired sooner now. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, by the way, before I forget to mention it, today I think it's pre-recorded though. I don't think it's live the way Thor does it. Thor asked me to do an interview on his channel. I should be doing that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today.
Yours is airing live tonight?
I don't think it is. That's just when I'm recording it with him. I don't think it's live.
Oh, and I recorded mine in June, and it just aired at the end of October. So.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not a live thing, but keep an eye out for that whenever it comes out. And yeah,
the chat is live.
Yeah, I'll be chopping it up before.
Yeah, Norman Rich and Thor is there in the background while the show's going on, so then they'll comment as the chat comments. It's really good. I love what they're doing over there. And I really enjoyed your episode, Shane.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. So, well, that's all I got, guys. If no one's got anything else, anybody else?
I think we're good till next weekend.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining the Collector's Table Live, where every collector has a seat. Thanks, guys.